you this thing here. I think Juju Watkins is probably the best player of them all, but that's not what the award is. The award is who had the best season. Michael Jordan was the best player for 12 straight years. He didn't win the MVP every year. They got Michael Jordan fatigued. Barkley won it. Malone won it. But yeah, Jordan still was better, and everyone knew it. LeBron was the best player in the NBA for a decade. He didn't win 10 straight MVPs. So I mean, I watched Juju. She shot 42.5%. I mean, that's the other women are shooting 46, 47. They're shooting better from three, better from two. Pretty similar stats. Hell, Hidalgo won that game heads up. If we're going to use that to use it against Lauren Betts at UCLA, doesn't it get used on the other way? Go for it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cause you can mute your mic while I'm talking too. I've been watching this since the beginning, KSAP, like the video and everything. I feel like it's a lot of bull crap being spewed. You feel what I'm saying? I know y'all feel like, leave the looks out of it, stuff like that. But you know, when you just start watching something and you don't learn the history of it, things like that, just because you just come into it, you know what I'm saying, and you commenting on it instead of learning these women's history, things of that nature, not just from like their junior year per se. And you're watching a women's league, I feel like certain commentary towards the women, regardless of if it's about basketball or not, is completely unnecessary, especially, I don't know. And B, you said it, like, am I going to say a man walking around with no t-shirt is trying to sell sex? No. Women are allowed to wear whatever they want to wear. You feel me? Like, you can't police women in what they wear and treat them differently than you would treat a man. I'll end on that.
If we're going to treat athletes the same, people, when they want to get all upset saying, oh, well, you're talking about a woman there when you're speaking about her basketball skills, which has been done a lot.
There's nothing wrong with speaking about basketball skills at all.
I get comments. Like I said, I'm on Instagram too, and I get blasted. You're talking about a woman. No, I'm talking about an athlete. Talking about an athlete. If I'm talking about your basketball skills, I'm talking about an athlete. And if you,
I didn't mention basketball skills personally.
I didn't say you. I'm saying other people. People want to be talked about a certain way, and I didn't bring up the topic, by the way. Someone mentioned it, and I responded to a comment. I didn't just genuinely go out there and talk about Angel Reese and how she freaking looks. It didn't just come out that way. Someone mentioned it. I looked at the comment and I replied. It is what it is.
I just don't know why it even comes up.
I mean, that part is true. Wait, hold on, Rudy. Hold on a second.
There are many women that go to basketball games and football games to look at dudes in tight shorts, not the basketball.
That part is true, Rudy. What you said, right there, me and Sister Noble, we could back you up. But what was said was how Angel looked, and then Caitlin Clark, fan punk, said that Caitlin is so pretty.
No, the fuck she's not. But he I didn't hear that. No, the fuck she's not.
But it was in your chat, and I know exactly when it came up. So now, when you have a person like me, you see these baby girls up here. All these girls up here is my niece, and they all of these. And then my sister is down below you. They're here to protect 1,000%. Listen, they will kill concrete for this brother that you talking to right now, because they know how I am, and they know I'm real. You know, you can't really find too much of real shit on the internet, pretty much 90% of it. But these women here, these women know basketball. Some of them have played. Some of them have a legacy of professional basketball players in their lineage, in their blood. And then, of course, some of them have been in the intellectual part of building basketball itself and premiering shows, which we're on right now. And the show is growing and growing and growing. That lady right below you is a professional of this shit and got 2 Emmy Awards in her hand in her house. So I'm gonna let Elle go. I just wanted you to understand that we don't want men. I really don't care about men's point of view or talking. Most time when these girls is on these young ladies and women are on my show, I let them go. I'm done.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, B.
I want to piggyback off of what Keith said. Like, I'm not here to like ridicule you because somebody not attractive to you. Because I have people that I'm attracted to and some people that I just don't think attractive, but our parents was always told us if we ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And if I don't think you attractive, that's not for me to get on a platform and say that, yeah, he looked good from the waist, from the shoulders down. I just think that's bullshit. Also, to get up here and say that some of these women sell sex is just flat out wrong. Because although women probably go to games to look at men, we not going there with him with his tight shorts on saying, oh, he just here to sell sex. No, he here to play basketball. She there to play basketball. Just because she just so happened to put on a nice outfit that shows her curves before the game don't mean that she not there to do a job. And I just think that selling sex is just the wrong way to go about it because, like I said, a man who walk around with his shirt off, we not saying that, oh, every man we see walking around with their shirt off, oh, he's selling sex. What?
Nah.
What? What is that?
Like it, you're sure start talking about it to your girls and you're still gawking at it, right?
To your girls versus on a platform is 2 different things.
Conversation. I'm not going to apologize for my opinion.
I get you.
I'm not going to apologize for my opinion.
You don't have to. But what I'm saying is that if you have more women on your platform, you'll be more conscientious. Like,
he don't care about that, bro. Club.
What? Just hold on a second. I got him, baby.
I actually asked one of these women that was on the chat multiple times yesterday to come on. And
that was Sister Noble. I told
yes,
no,
and I sent that link and I kept posting it. Come on.
Yeah, that was Sister Noble. Yeah, I told her to stand. No, I told her to stand down. No,
you saw I told her to stand down. You saw I invited the guy who I don't even know and put him
Wody
on
Mack he in the chat right now. Wody Mack.
Hey, to be honest with you, it's uncomfortable. Let's just talk about basketball, man. Ain't nobody playing basketball selling no damn sex. Let's just move on. Elle, what you got?
You there, Elle?
I'm here. I sent a message. I was like, let me get up here, but I'm driving, so I was trying to wait until I get back to the house. But I'll say this. I agree with what B and Key have shared, and welcome to the platform, Rudy. I want to kind of go back, and this really is about basketball, but there's been so much that's been said that's outside of basketball that you cannot not address it. Right. So I'm assuming you're white. I don't know if you're Italian or whatever. I can only go by the little picture that I see. But on my assumption, you're a white
Cuban. I'm Cuban. My father's born in Cuba.
Okay.
My mother's born in New York. Her family from Italy. So yeah, I'm a white dude who's got Cuban, Hispanic, Italian roots.
Perfect. Awesome. So one of the worst things I think, and I'm not going to speak for every Black person, but I'll speak for myself. One of the worst things to me that a white person can do in the conversation of proving that they're not racist is to say, I have a Black insert, whatever you want to insert. In your instance, it was, I have a Black wife.
No, that's not at all. That's not at all. I said my wife is Black. I didn't say I'm not racist because my wife is Black. I didn't say that.
You were responding to
throwing out
comments that were calling you racist, right?
Yeah, people want to throw out comments about racism all the time.
That's the
I didn't say my friend is Black. I didn't say I have a Black friend. It's utterly preposterous to you. First of all, you don't know shit about me in the chat.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Pump your brakes because I didn't come at you disrespectful, right? And if you
you started off with that narrative, but go ahead.
No, I am repeating what you said. I'm not making up a new narrative. You said that you were responding to some of the comments in the chat that were accusing you of being racist or having a racist tone. And in your response to those comments, you said, I am either married to a black woman or my wife is black, which either one. They both mean the same thing. Now, if you would have let me finish, what I was saying was that's one of the worst things that you can do to prove that you're not racist, in my opinion, or don't have racist tendencies, rather than just saying I'm a white man, I'm a Cuban man, I'm a mixed man, I'm a whatever, and I stand up for people of all races, or I will advocate for black women or black men. I'm a mother and I have a son, and I live with him. We live together. We do everything together. But far be it from me to say, because I am the mother of a black son, that I can say I understand his plight. Just because I'm his mom doesn't mean that I can see the world and his experiences through the lens. Just because I'm his mom, he's going to have experiences that no matter how much I love him, no matter how much we're together, I'm never going to be able to understand. So I can't say, well, I'm a black mom with a black son, so I understand the plight of black men and black young men. It sounds stupid. You get my point? So yes, your wife might be black, but that in and of itself doesn't erase or negate that you might have hidden biases. And I'm not saying that you do, but there's always the propensity that we all have hidden biases. Just because you're married to someone black doesn't erase all of the other things that could potentially be coming out in your beliefs and in what you're saying, what your perspective is about someone who is black, particularly a black woman. And the fact that you got offended by what I said and proceeded to cut me off and cuss me out says a lot about your character.
Okay. All right. Now, go ahead. All right.
I'm done now.
You said exactly what I expected you to say. What's new? It's like the entire chat. Like this Senor Gonzalez, who is, un pendejo, who wants to keep talking in your chat.
Is that your response?
Yeah, they ain't got nothing. No. That ain't got nothing. The chat. Listen, when we bring them up on the panel,
the chat's your fans.
Listen, your fans. When we're in the chat, we're in the chat. But when we on the panel, we don't have time to respond to the chat. Is because, like we're doing right now, we're doing cordial back and forths that we are able to control the narrative. You can't control the chat because the chat is outrageous. So we can control what we say up here, Big Rudy.
What I was saying was about
we can understand.
This came off talking about someone's looks.
Yeah,
that's what it came off.
I understand.
Someone's looks.
And that's wait. But the thing is,
you muted yourself.
You muted
yourself.
Oh, the thing is, you can have your opinion. That's fine. But when you have your opinion, when you go, she's not really too appealing to me, and keep on going, that's fine. But when I say, she not really too appealing to me, and I got case out, I got another guy, I got this guy, that means I put something, I dropped some, remember the rock in the water or the rock in the river, in the ripple effect? I started something when I opened my mouth to others that might have felt the same way, but it makes it look viciously because it's coming out now because I started something that I could have kept to myself, because my mother always told me, if you ain't got something nice to say about somebody, just keep your mouth closed if they ain't did nothing to you. Shut up, Claude.
Everyone's mom has said that to their kids.
So you understand what I'm saying.
We're all guilty of it at some point.
Right. And so that's why I'm trying to bring back more civilized conversation. And this is what KSAP has started. Let me tell you about this man. This man had to bring up, It was so bad, Rudy. We had, when I joined this man's panel, there were literally white guys on his panel, and one of them had a beer can and calling us N-words out of his mouth, with K-Sep trying to do his best to control that, saying we're not gonna have that. This is how bad when I came to his panel, this is what me, Sister Noble, and a few other ones who started with him last year had to sit through until he just literally dropped that person. And it was multiple people over and over again. We had to listen to all of what was going on last year. That this man had to scientifically, because he's a brain, he's a very bright man. He knew that coming into this year, that Angel Reese, our girl, could not be broken down like she was done last year. He knew that if he let it go, the same thing is going to repeat itself, because that's what it was doing all the way up to Unrivaled. All the way to Unrivaled, I got the receipts. He put this community together on behalf of, one, Angel Reese, two, Chicago Sky Basketball, three, you can have your team, you can have your person that you like in the WNBA, and you can bring it here and have it a safe place to let's talk basketball. That's the third thing. And no one else, since this bull S has been going on, Rudy, has been happening until this man, with his heart, done these type of things to start a community so that we're not going to let the narrative play out again this year, with Angel Reese being at the forefront of the whip. The whip. Hell, we've been getting whipped for 467 years. I mean, how long should we be able to say, oh, man, he just taking it? How can that happen? We were minding our own business on the shores of our own country, chilling at the beach, snatched away, put on a boat, went through a middle passage, and then came here. And some of us was already here. And the ones that were here got murdered. How can you tell these people? It's not a narrative. It's something that happened, Rudy. I told you how old I am.
I don't know where you're going with this, though. I don't know.
I'm the baby. I'm the baby. I'm the baby of 9 siblings. My father was born in 1930. My mother was born in 1936. Both of them was raised by their daddies. My father was born in 1906. He's the baby of 11, my grandfather. He's the last one to come. But his parents was born in 1861 and 1863. Guess what, Rudy? I'm the third generation from that shit. So it hits different. It hits different. That's why I'm very careful on how I handle things, because just from the anger of it and knowing what I know, see, your mother, from what you said, she Italian or whatever, she didn't have to not drink at a sink. My mother and father couldn't. Your mother couldn't sit at the back of a bus, but my mother and father couldn't. Your mother and father didn't have to go through band education where you had to be in a shed to learn. My father and mother went through that. Your mother and father can go into a restaurant. My father had to get scraps from the back of the damn restaurant, Rudy. He's from Eudora, Arkansas, deep south, Rudy, where Emmett Till was murdered, brother. It hits different when you talking to a man like me. I served, like I said, in the Panama and the Saudi Arabian War. My father served in the Korean War. And guess what, Rudy? His father served in World War II. I'm 3 generations military man. I'm a man that was raised by a man that was raised by a goddamn man that was raised by a slave. So you got to be careful who watching you, Rudy, because that ignites like that fire that's right there. You ignite something like that with a person like me because my mother was pushed off of a riverbank. My mother, my great-grandfather was murdered. His hands was ran over by a train. Her grandfather stepped there. You got to be careful, Rudy. In Birmingham, Demopolis, Alabama. Got to be careful, man. It's some bullshit that they trying to do in this country. It got nothing to do with basketball. If we gonna play on the court, my father always said, Claude, keep it on the court, son. Never let them do it to you. Because I went to a Catholic school, Rudy. You might have didn't have to go in a white community. Well, a white adult was shooting BB guns in our heads, in our backsides, in our legs, in our shoulders. I went to Catholic school, Rudy. I told you that. With priests and nuns with. That shit ain't in the black community, homie. That's in the white community, homie. Gotta be careful, Rudy. Gotta be careful. I got the slash on my eye being hit with a brick getting on the bus by a white boy, Rudy. Gotta be careful, man. I did nothing but go to school, Rudy. You gotta be careful, man. I'm for all the smoke. I'm for all the smoke. We gotta be careful, man. And there's millions that's like me, that got parents like mine, that was beaten, abused, and mishandled in this country. And then you want to tell a person like me that mother and father couldn't drink out of a goddamn sink, Rudy, that I'm changing the narrative? They lived that shit, Rudy. My parents, my mother literally cried on certain things that happened to them as a child, Rudy, in this country. So yeah, K-Sap, I'm taking it there because it pisses me off when a black girl can't just play ball and get critiqued. Talk about her missing 1 million layups. Who gives a shit? But when you go to that point, I'm the motherfucking soldier that's there. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting to fall down. If I get taken out, I get taken out. But they're going to see me fall for them. And this ain't all bullshit. And this baby girl that's on there called B Sports Buzz, her uncles and her father been knowing me all my life. And they told her he is what he is. And I've been that what I am all my life, Rudy, because I had a man to raise me that was raised by a goddamn man that was raised by a slave in our land.
All right, what you got, Sister Tony?
Kesa, what y'all talking about? Kesa, what y'all talking about? Because I'm confused. I was confused when I was in the chat, and I'm
so what was the reason you came up on the panel?
I'm trying to figure out what y'all why are we getting a history lesson, and why y'all calling this guy Rodriguez, right? That's your name, sir?
Yep.
You said you had Cuban blood in you, right?
Yeah, my father was born in Cuba. My father left communism. He
Okay, and
escaped
anybody got
communism to
Cuban
come
blood
here.
in it, got black blood running through them. My family is
Yeah, but that don't
my
mean that they not racist because they
oh,
got
okay, so
Cuban blood
everybody's
running through them.
racist. So everybody's racist that got Cuban blood in them.
No, that's not what we said though.
How
But
did
you can't come up here. You cannot come up here and say he got black blood in him. He's not racist. That's cap. We seen a whole bunch of Hispanic
Sister
people vote
Tony, I've
for
asked you.
Trump.
Hold on a second.
Hold on,
Sister Tony, Sister Tony.
no. Hold
let her
on, bro.
let her let her
Let me
let her say what she got to say?
let me
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Let her say what she got to say, and
You
I'll
got a
respond.
whole bunch of Hispanic people, even black people, voting for Trump. Black people are considered anti-black when they do shit like that. White people are considered racist. They're a part of the systematic racism that has been set up since the beginning of time. But nobody sat up here and called him racist. None of us on the panel did.
No, no one did. It's your chat that's been going on and on and on and on and
You
on.
said,
So,
"Hey, don't move the
isn't it?
goalposts," because you said you don't
It is.
align with your chat, right? And all the stuff in your chat, right?
I don't. But you want me
So
to
it
stop
doesn't
them
mean we
from talking?
necessarily do either.
No, but you want me to stop them from talking? Is what he just said for the last 10 minutes, saying that I created when I opened my mouth, I set a fire to my chat. Did you not say it? Is that correct?
You have a
That's the truth.
responsibility
Okay.
with your
That's the
platform
truth. You right. I did
Okay.
say that.
because you have just like KSAP does with 13, he has a responsibility with your platform.
Mhm.
That's
And
all
your
we've been
chat
saying.
and your
All we've
chat
been
has
saying
been
is you have
and
we don't all we've been saying on the panel that you came up on,
that I
you
was
have a
asked to come up on.
responsibility. If you would just listen.
I listened for
No,
15 minutes
no.
straight. I'd open my
Just
mouth.
listen. You have I'm a because Bro Claude is and we let him give his history lessons. I'm gonna keep it straight and simple. What he was saying was you have a responsibility with your platform to not get up there and spew certain narratives. It's as simple as that. You have a huge platform. You said, oh shit, people are actually watching women's basketball. So I'm gonna start reporting on it. You have a responsibility with your platform to learn the history, etc., all of that stuff, and make good and real, genuine content. Now, if you don't decide to, okay, that's fine. But you came up here and you saying what you're saying, and we're responding back. You have a responsibility with your platform to not do certain things. There is not one video where I'm talking about Angel Reese's looks. I've never seen KSAP say anything like that. Like we don't or respond or talking about Caitlin Clark looks or Cam Brink or we just don't. We talk about basketball. That's it. We don't get up on our platforms and talk down on any player like that. Because why? For what? It's not a part of basketball. That is all we are. And I feel like you're taking it like people are sitting up here attacking you. You made a video to respond to KSAP's video. So now you're up here. And we just here to talk about what we're seeing from you and responding to some of the things you're saying.
His comments were from a live that he watched for about an hour. And I didn't actually bring it up. Yeah, that's my opinion. I'm not going to apologize for it. I don't make a habit of talking about how someone looks. I've never made a recorded video talking about anyone's looks in a recorded video. I have not done so. In a live chat, yeah, sometimes people say shit. And I'm responding to a comment. Just like there's comments here that I'm looking at where someone brings up Cam Brink and other WNBA women that dress provocatively. I've said that I think Sophie Cunningham dresses like a $2 whore because she does. And if I was her father, I would snatch her up by her fucking head and I'd put some fucking clothes on her. Because the outfit I saw with her was worse than anything I've ever seen Angel Reese wear. And I said that publicly. So don't misunderstand that I'm
We're
sitting
not
here
asking
talking.
for that. Don't comment on any of them.
It's a conversation. It's in a live. I'm not making a video about it.
Black, orange.
A second ago, I was racist because it was a black woman. Now I'm not. And now I'm racist.
Nobody ever called you racist.
I'm talking about Miss
Nobody
L.
up
Jones,
here has said that though.
Miss L. Jones alluded and inferred it. She did. It's recorded. You ever recorded? She inferred it.
No. What she said was the comment you made to respond to the fact that you're not. Hey, you're not. I think because you feel like you're being attacked, you're not actually hearing.
I'm being attacked by. I'm being
because
attacked
that's not what she said.
I've allowed myself to be on a platform where 99.9% are coming at me hard. And I'm reading.
I'm not. I'm here for a lesson.
I'm reading.
I'm not coming at you hard.
All right.
I'm here for a lesson.
He's talking about the chat.
We talking about the chat.
He talking about the chat.
I'm here to tell you, Rudy, this is not hard. Not from.
Okay.
You ain't seen
Rudy,
hard.
You got light work, Rudy.
It's light work.
Anyone
and Rudy, here's the thing.
Anyone of y'all is invited to come on my podcast anytime you want.
And we would probably get the same thing if we came to your podcast in your chat.
I would calm the fucking. I have a guy that came on yesterday who I had to calm him because I know where he goes with every fucking comment he makes.
Okay.
He always goes back to racism, and I'm not doing that because I don't give a fuck about racism in basketball.
But if we're talking, Bro Claw said it best. What's going on in the chat is going to happen in the chat. Not everybody in the chat is a fan of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast.
No.
They come in here, they come to cause confusion. But when someone is taking the time, like you said, we're all investing our time. They only here right now. It's not just you, but we're here and we're sharing our perspective. When I started talking, I didn't come at you disrespectfully, but because you were on the defense and you didn't like what I said, you immediately snapped at me, right? And it wasn't necessary. I was speaking to something that you said. I didn't go and create a new narrative. I didn't say anything negative or disrespectful to you. I didn't bully you as I've been accused of being this week. I didn't do any of that. I was simply bringing back to you what you said and trying to offer a different perspective. This isn't me trying to change how you advocate for Black folks or don't. This was me trying to have a really calm, sensible conversation with you, giving you a different perspective that maybe you hadn't considered before.
And let me say this, Elle. I'm gonna say this. You got to understand, Rudy, too. You're in a panel. You're on a panel with a lot of these subscribers are Angel Reese fans. So anytime you speak ill of her, of course the chat is gonna go a little crazy. That's with anybody that has a favorite fan. I'm an LSU fan. If I go on a panel and people talking about my Tigers, I'm gonna talk about them. That's how it goes. So if you thought you can come up here and talk about somebody's favorite player and not get any pushback from the chat, you gotta be a little crazy. I don't
get pushback from Bron fans like this.
Are you crazy? Bron fans, look.
I don't get pushback from Bron sexuals like this.
But do you know why Angel Reese fans give so much pushback?
I have absolutely no idea.
I almost lost myself, K-Sap.
You have no idea in the world on why a lot of Angel Reese fans are in defense. No idea.
Then why don't you tell me?
Because they came for us and we didn't send for them.
Because of some of the things that this girl has to endure. I'm new to YouTube. I'm not even at 500 subscribers. I post clips of unrivaled games. I post a clip of Angel Reese doing a Euro. Somebody in the comments said, "Oh, is that Sid the Slaw?"
What?
Exactly.
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
Somebody in the comments said, "Oh, is that Sid the Slaw?" On the video I posted of Angel Reese. So I'm gonna tell you why Angel Reese fans are so defensive and so always ready on go. It's because of some of the things that we have to deal with as from being her fans. Some of the things we see her have to deal with from what she did in 2023 in a championship game. Her comments are atrocious. I got this live posted on my Twitter page right now. And somebody in the comments said, you Black N-words can't stand a CC fan.
We wasn't even talking about season.
That's the problem that we
Do
have.
you not know why Angel Reese fans are so defensive? Why Angel Reese fans are always on go? We have to be.
Well, they came
We
for us and
literally
we gotta
have to be.
end it.
But the fact that she's 22 years old, so the fact that you're dumping on a 22-year-old is kind of weird.
So is she a professional athlete or is she a 22-year-old?
She's a 22-year-old
professional athlete.
Hold up. She's a 22-year-old professional athlete. Wait, do you have kids?
Yes, I do. LeBron was a 19-year-old pro athlete.
If that was your child, would you be dogging? Would you like somebody dogging your child out there day in and day out?
Would I like anyone dogging my child? Obviously not.
So why the hell would you be dogging a 22-year-old? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I critique basketball.
Weird.
At the end of the day, critiquing basketball is one thing.
If it's basketball, then you talk about basketball. Basketball don't have nothing to do with somebody's clothing. Basketball don't have nothing to do with it's about the game.
But even the way that they critique her basketball, Tony.
Even if they criticize her basketball skills,
they criticize it harder. They criticize it harder than they criticize any other.
Criticize a 22-year-old because what she wears is freaking weird. It's freaking weird, and it makes you look like a creep.
Okay,
I'm just glad I wasn't on social media at 22 because
it don't make no damn sense, y'all don't say nothing. But hold on, I don't never hear y'all talk about Rickea Jackson, and Rickea Jackson wear more scanty clothes than Angel Reese does.
But they like Rickea Jackson, so that means they don't talk bad about her. Tony.
It's 10 times obvious. Why don't you talk about Rickea Jackson?
Why don't I talk about Rickea Jackson? I think she dresses
wears some fancy clothes.
She dresses very inappropriately as well, in my opinion. If I was a father and I saw her posting that shit, if I was a father of a daughter, I would have a problem with Rickea Jackson dressing the way she dresses. Just like I just said, Sophie Cunningham dresses mad inappropriately, in my opinion, as well. So again, basketball is a sport. It ain't a fashion show. This whole red carpet crap that I'm watching every single night.
But the males do it too. So how you
men been doing it since the beginning of time?
And if the men came to the red carpet thing dressed in mesh top and a thong. No, they have not come in the thong.
Dennis Rodman.
Man, this patriarchy society is really bugging.
Hey, Keisha.
All right, Dennis
Rodman. Last year Russell Westbrook wore a mesh top.
All right, man.
Hold on once, guys. Hold on.
Westbrook and Dennis Rodman.
Hold on once, Rudy. I thought your favorite sport was baseball, but you got your goalposts out, man. You keep on moving this goalpost.
Moving it, K-Sap.
Come on, Rudy.
It's past my house right now.
These men been doing this way before the women.
Where do I get it?
They come in with their fashion statements coming through ESPN.
That I don't like how a woman dresses to a game?
No, but you saying the men ain't doing it. The men do the shit too, man.
They've been doing it before.
Naked?
Them women
ain't mad.
Them women ain't naked.
There was one where they had the damn top.
You know what it is? It's what you said, Keisha. It's what you said.
I was really trying to help you out, but now you're talking.
You call me a creep immediately.
No woman has ever came out naked.
Man.
Nobody comes down the runway naked.
Okay, well, listen. We can never
you damn well know that if your daughters walked out like some of these outfits, you would be snatching your daughter by the hair and saying, "Get your ass back."
I got two of them upstairs. I can't snatch nobody. They grown.
Listen.
when they were kids,
let's tone it down.
When they were children,
nobody was.
But these are not children.
Listen. Can't nobody hear everybody doing it right now. We're recording a show. We can't hear everybody.
Y'all want to talk basketball, or am I going to continue this? I'm asking you.
We recording the show.
Everybody's the problem.
It don't have to be escalated.
But no,
we can
I think
still have conversation. We having a conversation. Tone it down. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. Tone it down. let's have dialogue. This is what intellectual people do. And it has been an intellectual talk. So let's continue to be intelligently compared to the others. Let's not go there and do what we supposed to do. Rudy is here. He didn't have to come, but he came. And that shows that he got balls. I'm going to tell you because I'm a man. Excuse me, sisters.
But so see, what happened was, hold on, once broke off. See, what happened was, we was talking basketball to start the show off. And then what happened was his comments about the looks that sparked a whole different conversation, which everything just, it was a ripple effect. I started the show off because I'm responding to you. And we was talking basketball. We was talking about the turnovers. We was talking about your opinion versus my opinion. And then after that, Rudy, you made a comment that just opened up Pandora's box. And when Pandora's box was open, like I said, if you're going to come for me, don't miss. And when you open up Pandora's box with that, the conversation about the dressing and the looks and what appeals to you, that's why we're here. That's the road we on now. And right now,
and I'm not going to sit down here for another hour listening to it. Then, if you want me to be on and talk about ball, I'll talk about ball. But I'm not going to be rehashing this for another hour. And I've been on here for 90 minutes now. I don't know that any of y'all will sit on my show for 90 minutes on a panel. And if you want to, you're welcome to do it because the link will be posted every single week.
But Rudy, that's the difference, man. We keep people around, man. I know people got short attention spans, but they stay here. And you know what I'm saying? So on your platform,
I could have shared this to my platform tonight, but I chose not to. Otherwise, we might have World War III in the chat. And I don't want that.
But that's okay.
We ain't scared.
We ain't scared, right. Rudy.
But I don't want that. I don't want to have a bunch of people fighting.
But Rudy, when you opened up that dress code stuff,
but I didn't open anything. You guys brought it up from a
live I didn't bring nothing
yesterday.
Up.
One of y'all did.
I talked basketball and brought the video up of you did on me. I said if you're gonna come for me,
but that wasn't the video where anything was said. It was live yesterday.
No, I understand. I said the video that you did on me, you spared off, and you was talking because we was talking about Caitlin Clark, and I just wanted you to cook your own self by listening to yourself. But you said you went and made the correction in the comments, right?
I did.
But I brought up the video saying, and I showed the proof on here. So that's what we was talking about. We was talking basketball, and then you made a comment about the looks. That's what happened.
Tiff and Co. Jackie questions that. He's talking like you got a dime piece at home. Goddamn right. My wife is fucking beautiful.
Oh Lord, him in the chat.
See how y'all?
Like y'all.
Rudy, you gotta leave the chat alone, man. You gotta leave the chat alone.
I get into a chat with idiots.
Go ahead, Keith.
Is the goal? Did he not say on his channel? He don't pay attention to that. That don't matter. But now here on this platform, it all of a sudden matters.
No, I do pay attention to it, and I stop a lot of it. I actually make comments to it to stop going in directions. I can only say it so many times, and I'll verbally say it.
But Rudy,
we
on this panel. You on a panel with us, man. Great. Don't worry about the chat. Talk to the panel. Talk to the panel,
Let's
man.
talk about basketball then, because I'm done talking about the nonsense about how I think somebody looks.
Okay.
You said literally a 5-second to 10-second spot in a 3+ hour live. I have now told you that I think I've actually think
you keep opening it up.
Rudy.
Stop it right there, Rudy.
Rudy, don't get sensitive. It's gonna be okay.
Let's talk about ball.
Let's talk about basketball.
We ain't talking about ball. I think
remember, I was the one that shut down this conversation, and y'all continue.
I didn't continue. It was brought back. I didn't continue it.
I just want to say,
I just did a video about Chelsea Gray.
Look, I just want to say this, okay?
Go ahead.
Now, I just want to say this because my audio is messed up, my sound messed up, and all of that. I need to get this out. My sound is messed up. Okay, so,
you having trouble. She done froze up on us.
She done froze on a player.
She's frozen.
Yeah, her face is
in the Matrix,
like
man.
Elsa.
Let's get back to basketball. I told y'all I felt uncomfortable
right there.
I told y'all I felt uncomfortable, and y'all kept talking.
Let's go.
Before we do that, I got a question, and y'all know I'm one of those ones. If I'm wrong, I want you to speak up. Don't have me out here looking crazy. Rudy doesn't know me, but y'all know me. I come from more than 3 decades of a journalistic background, media, television, film, all of that, right? And everyone here who is here regularly knows how protective I am of our community's platforms and their voices. So it is baffling to me that y'all have a problem with what I said to this man. So I'm asking the panel, where's the problem in what I said? I really want to know so that I can correct myself.
You said the chat has a problem?
The chat, Tony done came up here talking about how we talking to the man. He getting offensive. I'm like, if you're gonna do any type of content creation and media, and you hold on, ain't no hold on, and you put stuff, I'm talking, and then you put stuff out for the world to consume, you gotta be able and willing to take what comes with that, the good and the bad. If somebody calls you a racist and you know deep down you're not a racist, who gives a damn what they say? Just in the same way that we know Angel ain't a thought, but people still gonna talk about how she dressed. And yes, we want to talk about basketball, but it's difficult to just have a conversation fully about basketball when there's so many other things that are being said and talked about regularly. So if we spend one show and take an hour or an hour and a half out of that one show to talk about something other than basketball, like this is what we have the platform for. Like he said, we have, and Keisha and Brocloth said, we have a responsibility. If we're going to get on anybody's platform, whether it's our own or somebody else's, we have a responsibility to ensure that we are speaking with integrity. Regardless of what side of the fence we fall on, we don't have to see eye to eye. We're all in the same community, Rudy. And do you know how often we get on these panels and in the chat and we don't see eye to eye? I love B. Will and Wody Mack, but we don't always see eye to eye, including right now. They don't think that I came at you right. And that's okay that they feel that way.
I would just say for me, I didn't have any problem with it.
For the record, for the record, hey, what's up, panel? What's up, Rudy?
Hey, B. Will.
Just for the record, my comment in the chat, I can see how it might have been misconstrued by you, but my comment in the chat really didn't have anything to do with how I perceived you coming at him. I completely understood the point that you were making. I was telling Jonathan to consider, if we consider for 1 second that everything Rudy's saying is true. He married a black woman. He pledged a black fraternity. I mean, he has stigma, so whatever. But he pledged at Florida State. So he really pledged. That I can tell you. So if we consider what he's saying is true, then consider how he might receive how that comment started. Again, I completely understood where you were coming from, L, because I understood you were coming from a place of, hey, consider this perspective. I had no issue with what you said, just so you know.
Thank you, B. Will, for the clarification. I appreciate it, and I apologize for any misdirected. Like, I ain't mad. You know, people are
No.
You
don't even owe me an apology. You don't even owe me an apology.
Are you from Florida?
Who?
Are you from Florida?
B. Will?
Are you talking to B. Will or me?
Yeah, you.
No, bro, but I pledged, and you know we travel when you pledge, you travel.
Yeah.
And so you see different places. So
28 years, 1997, spring 97.
I'm spring 95. So
yeah.
Oh man, I was born in 95.
You youngins.
And we cross pledge with FAMU.
All right. Hey, we got all that out the way. We got the history lessons out the way. We got everything off of our chest. Rudy, you came up on here. It started basketball. We want to get to basketball, right?
Let's talk.
Like I said, only reason how I came across your channel was because somebody sent me something and I Googled you, right? Put it in YouTube and you came up on my timeline now. So like I said, I see everything that is going on, right? I haven't went back in your catalog and look at your previous videos, but this is the impression I'm under.
I just want to say this, brother.
Did she go out again?
You went out?
She went out again.
Yeah. Every time she started talking, she go out.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. We apologize on that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what's up. But like I said, I haven't went back and looked at your whole catalog. But from what I've seen so far, and from the rant that you did on your community page, it looks like you're playing the fence, and that's why your subscribers have ditched you, and you told them to fuck off. But that's the only thing I can see, because you did. I watched that video. You gave Angel Reese some just dues on her basketball and what she's doing and how she's playing, and you're recognizing that. So you made a video about that. People didn't like that. Your comment section was going crazy on you. I don't know who these people was in your comment section dropping the comments on your videos, but they was pissed off at you, Rudy.
They called us vampire. They called us vampires.
Look, they was pissed off at you. So that's why you had to go on that rant, because you was only talking basketball. You was talking your opinion on what you thought Angel Reese was doing over these last couple of weeks. And when we talked about the MVP conversation, you basically said she can be a top 3 MVP candidate. People didn't like that, right? So what happened, Rudy? They start ditching you. Like I said, I haven't watched all your videos in your catalog, so I don't know where you started from and what you've been talking about. But that particular video, because it was titled Angel Reese MVP, people started hating on you. And this is what goes with us on this platform. When we're talking basketball and giving Angel Reese her flowers and her respect for her basketball abilities on what she started off last year, coming into the WNBA, nobody thought she was able to do the things that she was doing. A seventh pick in the WNBA, statistically, they don't stay on teams long. They get waived. And for her to come in and do the things that she's did, and everything that everybody pointed out, that she's missing layups, she's stat padding, she needs to find out how to do a layup. She can't do the mic and drill. I saw that on one of your titles. She can't do the mic and drill.
She couldn't. That's pretty sad that she couldn't.
And she improved all that, right?
And I acknowledged it.
And that's what I'm trying to say, Rudy. You was talking basketball, and when you did that, your people turned your back on you.
I had 9 unsubscribes.
But I'm saying, but that's a lot of subscribers in the YouTube space, man. You know, people trying to get subscribers, but if you're losing them because you're talking basketball and you're giving Angel Reese. Now, if you did a video on Rekia Jackson saying the same shit, you wouldn't have lost nobody. But when it comes to Angel Reese, that's the problem.
Well, there's a disdain. There's a disdain for Angel Reese, absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. So now when we're talking basketball, so if we're saying something about Angel Reese, I get comments, people come with my comments. Well, Caitlin Clark is the best thing since sliced bread. This ain't a Caitlin Clark video. This is an Angel Reese video. We deal with it all day, and we only talking basketball. There's not a video that you can go out there and look at that I've hated on Caitlin Clark, brought up Caitlin Clark's looks or anything. When I'm talking about Caitlin Clark, I'm talking basketball. And what I told people, what I like to see in Caitlin Clark to better her game, and even Sister Noble talked about it, she needs to have a move going to the basket, finishing around the rim instead of just settling for threes. Yeah, she is a great passer, but when I talk about Angel Reese, I've stated her flaws. Yeah, she can be better around the rim, but she's worked on that. She's got with Lisa Leslie. Everything has been trending upward, and she's showing that. So when I'm talking Angel Reese videos and stuff like that, we talk about Chicago Sky. It ain't just about Angel Reese. We talk about the fit that people need to be around Angel Reese, the players. We talked about the draft picks that they lost. We talked about the Ariel Atkins. We talked about the Kia Nurses. We talk about the new acquisitions. We talking basketball. But it seems like every time we talking basketball, everybody wants to give this backhand compliment to Angel Reese, like you're building her up and then you're breaking her down like a Black & Decker workbench. Nobody can keep it basketball. We talk about other players. We talked about Hannah Hidalgo. We talked about Ozzie Fudd. We talked about Sanaya Rivers. We talked about everybody. But it seems like when we say stuff about Caitlin Clark, if we mention Caitlin Clark could be better defensively, Caitlin Clark needs to stop turning the ball over. We get called out of our name, but shit, it don't bother me. I see it in the chat. And they in my chat calling me a racist. You see what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to that. That's why you have moderators to control your chat to get them out of there if racist content. Just like Bro Claw said earlier. When we first started talking about the NBA, man, I had guys coming up. I gave everybody a right to come up on the platform, talk basketball. A guy up here with a beer can calling me racists and all that, calling us out of our. I let him stay here, and then we got him out. But that's the point that I'm trying to make, Rudy. When you're talking basketball, people don't like it, right? So people start hating on you. But when we talking basketball, you did I heard you said that you didn't think Juju Watkins should be a unanimous candidate.
Oh.
So, like,
nope.
Why so?
Why so? Well, I have watched Juju Watkins play a lot this year. She had a 12-game stretch where she shot 35%. I didn't say she shouldn't win. Didn't say that. See, if you watch that video, I never said that she didn't earn it or deserve it. But I think in a when you have a situation where you have very, very even, it's a very even year. You have Hidalgo, who when they played head-to-head, team to team, she outplayed her. You know, you have Flage, who I love. I think she's the best. I think she's the best talent in the country.
Flage been staking it up. Be real.
No, she's had a couple bad games. I'm talking about her overall back. You want to go game by game? We can do that because I can show you 12 games in the Big Ten where Juju Watkins shot 35%.
Oh yeah, her shot percentage is
and that's part of winning an award. Efficiency matters. So that's if being efficient is important. I don't think Paige Beckers should win it, even though she's probably the most efficient of all the candidates. That said, when you can't even get 3 judges in a boxing match to agree on a round, let alone having what's this committee? If it's a committee of 1, my question was, what is this committee? Is this a committee of 1 or a committee of 10 or 15 or real actual voters? If it's a committee of 1, then it's not a committee, because I've never seen any award in college basketball where they make a point to say someone won this unanimously in college basketball. They just won it. The Athletic, I've seen the writers they have at the Athletic. They're not, most of them are college intern level writers. I have a degree in journalism myself. They're not what I would call journalists. And so if there's one person making that decision, then say it's one person. But that doesn't make it unanimous. It's one person. If you had 15 people in a room, you could walk down the street right now and has 15 people. Who's the best college player? You'd probably get 5 different answers. Who had the best season? You probably get 5 different answers.
Opinion. It's everybody's opinion.
You're right. And when you can't get 3 judges in a boxing match to agree on a round, how are you getting 15 people or 10? That's what I'm asking about. Is it a committee of 1 or a real committee? And that's where when you say people make a point to say unanimous, if they just said she won it, I'd say okay. Unanimous makes it to me like there's something more to what they're trying to do with the Athletic, because they want something. They want Juju to be something that, at the end of the day, maybe she will be, maybe she won't be. But I think Hannah Hidalgo had a phenomenal year. I think what's her name? Tanaya Latson had a phenomenal year at Florida State. I mean, Florida State doesn't exist if it's not for Tanaya Latson, and she's from South Florida. So,
I agree.
Lauren Betts, until those 2 games with Juju Watkins and USC, she was looking like she might be the front runner for Player of the Year. And I think USC has proven to be a really bad matchup for UCLA athletically.
Mm-hmm. Is Hannah Hidalgo not in the same boat as Juju as far as percentage in shots? Because I feel like she's
4% better in both. And she shoots 40% from 3 and 46.5% from the field. So she's 3-4% better. She's 3-4% better. She's 7% better from 3. She's been more efficient. Efficiency in basketball matters. That's it. It's my opinion. I don't think I'm shocked.
No, that's the truth. Okay. That's not an opinion. That's the truth.
No, it's my opinion that it shouldn't be unanimous. Like when you have an award, it's shocking that it's unanimous, and that's why I think there's an agenda behind it. Because you won't hear whoever wins the Naismith Award, which is the real one, they won it unanimously. You won't hear that. You won't hear a vote tally or nothing like that. It won't be shoved into your face. So I think Juju Watkins is a great player, but I think there's also extra push behind her for things that people want to see in certain media. That's
Let
all.
me ask you this, Rudy. Since you're talking about unanimous, do you think Caitlin Clark should have been unanimous rookie of the year?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I think why?
Trick
Because
bag.
I think
Why is that?
trick bag. What?
Why is that?
Because she had the best year from beginning to end of all the rookies. And if you
No,
don't agree with that's fine.
That's your opinion. See,
That's
that's
my
your opinion.
You're right.
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
You're
y'all.
entitled to.
Was she efficient?
Was she efficient? Not as efficient as she should have been, but she was
Okay,
still the best.
but you said not as she should have been, but you said Juju is not
Was
efficient.
Okay, but we're talking. Okay, are you comparing Juju to Hidana Hidalgo, Flage Johnson?
I don't compare him to nobody. That's the problem.
I'll show you the stat lines, efficiency wise.
No, hold on, Rudy. What I'm saying is, you asked me, am I comparing them? I don't compare these players to nobody.
Well,
I judge them individually, right?
Okay, let's judge individually. Who was more efficient, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
If you look at it in the whole totality of it, my opinion, Angel Reese.
More efficient.
Yes.
So she's shooting 39%.
Because look, efficiency in basketball ain't just shooting. It's your true shooting percentage. It's what you do offensively and defensively. Efficient, right? Angel Reese was efficient on the offensive end and the defensive end.
Plus,
was Caitlin Clark?
Okay.
Was Caitlin Clark? Hold on, I'm just asking a question. Was Caitlin Clark efficient on the defensive end? Caitlin Clark had the worst plus minus in the WNBA.
Yes.
So how is that being efficient? So if you're looking at that,
you'd have to show me that stat to say that she had the worst in the WNBA.
Yeah, I'll pull the stat. I'll get the stat. Somebody will pull it up. But hold up, let me continue. Let me continue.
Go ahead.
So when you're talking about
Caitlin
Clark's defense, do you think Caitlin Clark is a good defensive player?
No, I think she's an average one.
You think she's average?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going on mute.
Average. I don't even think she's average, Rudy.
Okay. And you think, okay, so let's have that conversation then. Is Kelsey Mitchell a good defensive player?
Kelsey Mitchell was probably she's not a good defensive player. But no, listen. No, she's not a good defensive player. Their whole guard situation, guarding on the perimeter, was pure D trash. But it was times that the coach had to hide Caitlin Clark on the defensive end.
How did she hide her? Please do tell me, because they never played zone once the entire season.
Taking her out the game?
Yes.
She played 36 minutes a game.
That started off at the beginning of the year, Rudy. But the people started getting mad at Christy Sides for taking her out the game.
Christy Sides I watched every game.
Now everybody want to blame Christy Sides. See, that's where
listen, I got it though. Hey guys, hey fellas, here we go.
The best defender on that team was Aaliyah Boston.
Hold on a second. This is
what?
Google. Hold on a second. I knew it was gonna spark. Hold on a second, sister. So on Google, because like Gilbert Arenas said, Google is your best friend. Caitlin Clark's on-court net rating differential has been negative, indicating that the Indiana Fever's scoring margin worsens when she's on the court. However, many factors can affect a player's plus and minus, including the quality of their teammates. Caitlin Clark net rating differential is a negative 1.3, which is the worst in history and in the year of 2024. Meaning the Fever's scoring margin drops from 9.7 per 100 to 11.0 when she's on the court. Facts over emotions.
So show me the plus minus again, like I've asked you for.
This is what we do, Rudy.
You said plus minus. Plus minus is a +1 to whatever. Show me the actual number.
I'm just saying. Listen,
I don't know what that minus, because I know the PER will tell you something different.
Listen,
anyone can pull the stats.
Hey, bro.
Hold on a second. The facts is that she was the worst in the WNBA when she's on the court with her team, meaning she did not make her teammates effective as others before her. 144 players.
So ask
She's
yourself.
104. Listen, 144 players, Rudy. She's 100 out of 144 players. She's 143 of them was better than her on the court, far as Google is concerned.
If Indiana does not have Caitlin Clark, are they 20-20?
No, I agree. Listen, Rudy, you can't do that. What you're saying is factual. Come on, man. Listen,
I want to see the facts. I want to see the little dance now.
Two things can be true, Rudy.
Two things can be true.
Okay, fine. Then say the two things can
two
be true.
things can be true.
Don't sit here. Don't use a Google of AI opinion that they were worse when she was on the court.
AI opinion.
Rudy, ain't you the one that say facts over? Don't you got shirts that say facts over feelings, man? Get out your feelings.
I'm still asking.
Get out your feelings.
I'm still asking for the plus minus, the actual number. You gonna show
it? I go look it up while y'all.
I just said 1.3.
I got it. I got it right here on the WNBA stat.
I don't understand.
Hold
on, Mosquito. What'd you say,
I
B?
got it.
What'd you say,
I
B?
got it on the WNBA website is -1.6, and it's on the WNBA
That's
website.
not what plus minus actually is. Plus minus is literally a plus minus number, the entire number.
I'm looking at the plus. I'm looking at it say plus minus, and under it say 2024 Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark -1.6.
Again, that's not what a plus minus is. Every game, you're plus minus when you're on the floor. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm asking for the full number. That's what I've asked for.
It says -1.6.
I am doing. Well, it's hard to look it up and talk at the same time while you got.
Come on, Rudy. I thought you could do two things. I thought you'd do more than one thing.
Have you seen the WNBA website? Might be the worst sports website in the history.
I'm on Google.
Let me just finish this. Y'all don't even need to look up no stats. Y'all know what y'all eyes told y'all.
Yeah.
The girl was a cone on defense.
Hey, K-Sap.
Why we going through all this?
K-Sap.
What's up?
Google is AI. The WNBA website is trash. You cannot
make
this
like
shit
it.
up.
It's all right.
All right. So
You can't make this shit up.
You know what? I found what I was looking for in 3 seconds, which you're saying you didn't find. So the number one plus minus in the WNBA last year, you know who it was? Jonquel Jones, plus 317. All right. No, you use a minus 1.3.
Is a 317? Is that a whole number?
Yes,
3.17. That's a whole number.
317. 317 when she was on the floor. Let's go.
Okay, what was Caitlin's?
I'm looking for.
Because we're not talking about JJ.
Okay, well, you're getting minus 1.
We can't use Google, guys. It's AI. We can't use Google. It's AI.
You know what I'm talking about.
And we can't use the actual WNBA website.
I'm on it right now.
NBA
I'm literally on it right now. But you use
Broclaw, stop laughing.
I at you again. All right.
Come on, Rudy. You're a very intelligent guy. Come on.
I am actually. You know,
I just want to be very. Yeah. I want to have an intellectual conversation.
See, you know what's funny though, Rudy? See, when we asked that question,
so
about
you know
Caitlin
who,
Clark,
I'm going through the website right now.
No, I'm just saying when we asked the question, do you think Caitlin Clark
the worst plus minus in the WNBA for the full year was De'Arica Hamby minus 277. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, all right, okay. So to you saying that, right? You saying that?
Caitlin Clark.
But hold up, you saying that? You ain't even got to bring it up.
Caitlin Clark was 110. She was minus 63 for the season.
All right, now check this out, Rudy. You also said
and Kelsey Mitchell was minus 68, just so you know.
Okay. Well, I told you,
their whole defense to me was trash.
Rudy, their whole front, their whole backcourt defense was trash. That's what I've been trying to say. So look, you said we know ball, you know ball, right? Mm-hmm. From your eye test. If you know ball and you're looking at Caitlin Clark defensively,
I play zone.
If you look at that Caitlin,
I play zone.
Okay, so if you gotta take a player like Caitlin Clark and say that's run zone, what does that tell you?
They do that with Steph.
No, I'm asking you a question, Rudy. See,
she's not a great defender.
Okay,
she's not a great defender.
So okay, you acknowledge that. So when I asked the question,
average to below average defender. Is she the worst in the league? No.
Okay. So why do you think she should have been unanimous rookie of the year?
Because I think she's a better overall player. Period. She did more.
You said earlier you said she was better from start. Earlier you said she was better from start to
yes, I did. Yes, I did. She
her first half. Her first half
was trash, right?
No, I'm just saying. You said she was better start from finish.
Yeah,
but I can argue that Angel Reese had a better first half than her.
You could. That would be you're entitled to argue that. So that's your opinion, and I can respect your opinion.
But Rudy, it seems like you get irritated with our opinion.
No, because I got 8 people coming with you're being condescending. You're
Rudy,
being condescending.
Stop
no, you're being
Rudy.
condescending. I hear your tone. I'm not retarded and not like that.
The girl can
I hear
get better
your tone.
But sitting up here lying.
Angel Reese is better at
defense.
Angel Reese is better at defense. Angel Reese is better at defense. Angel Reese is better.
Original, hold on, because I be having a comment and question. The original question was, do you think Caitlin Clark should have won Rookie of the Year unanimously?
Yes.
You said yes, right?
Yes.
And that's fine. That's perfect. So what KSAP said was, well, what do you think about her defensively? You said she was average. You didn't say she was average below the average. You said she was average.
I'll say average to below average. Whatever. She's not a great defender.
You don't have to say. You don't have to switch nothing you say. You're not understanding.
Holy fucking shit.
Right. You won't even let me finish, number one.
No, because I said yes, and I don't need to hear
That's what
else.
I'm saying.
My opinion is
you don't have to change. We don't ask you to change what you said. Nobody's asking you to change the fact that you said she was average.
That's just your opinion.
Stand on that.
The point was, should be unanimous.
And that is fine. So he's countering what you're saying. That's it. With his opinion now. You don't have to change nothing you said.
Right. You can stand on that. This is a safe space, Rudy. You straight.
I mean, you can stand on that.
Rudy, that's Rudy. See, you don't know me, Rudy. You don't know me, Rudy.
So you sound condescending all the time then.
Nah, this is just me.
Look, he a troll.
I'm a troll. I'm a troll, Rudy.
You sound condescending as shit.
No, it's not, Rudy.
You tell everybody that. Stand on your opinion. Stand on what you say.
You do that to all of us, Rudy. It's okay. He do it to
Rudy.
He trolled everybody. That's on you.
Look, Rudy, your opinion is not wrong. Your opinion is not wrong. How can your own opinion be wrong?
No way.
And your opinion is not wrong either.
That's all I'm trying to say. So I just when I asked you that question, I'm responding. I asked you another question. Do you think Caitlin Clark defense is good? You said she's average. So when I'm looking at a totality of a player, like I said, I don't compare these players against each other. That's something I don't do. And that's the problem that we have. We keep on trying to compare this certain player with this certain player. And these narratives start getting screwed around.
Yeah, two different positions.
They get screwed around YouTube, and you got to put out the nonsense. But what I'm saying is, when you said Caitlin was unanimous, I disagree with that.
Okay.
There's other players that should have had some votes outside of Caitlin Clark, and the one person that voted for Angel Reese. I mean, it should have been more. I mean, Rakia Jackson had an exceptional year. Leah Edwards had an exceptional year. And if it wasn't for Cam Brink going down with the ACL, and just like B said, to start out the season, Angel Reese had a better first half of the season than Caitlin Clark. That is just hands down, man down.
Hey, I have to disagree with one thing, KSAP.
Aaliyah Edwards.
The conversation was only Angel and Caitlin.
I'm just saying, but we talk about unanimous.
That other people could have got.
They could have been put in the vote.
Do you believe that
none of the players you named should have been in the race? None of the players you named should have been in the race.
No, we didn't say be in the race. They could have got some votes. There's a lot of people that are in the MVP race that get votes that shouldn't be in there. There's people that's in the All-Star voting that shouldn't even be worthy of getting All-Star votes.
No,
I'm just saying the other fabulous rookies, which I love, Aaliyah Edwards, I love them to death. But in terms of, I don't see how they get Rookie of the Year votes this past year. I don't. It's only I don't agree that Caitlin should have been unanimous.
That's all I'm saying. Be
That's
Will.
it.
All I disagree with is that it was anybody else should have got a vote besides Caitlyn and Angel.
Okay, well, take that out of that. It still is a matter of the fact that I don't think she should have been unanimous, regardless of who got the votes. All I'm saying is I disagree when he said that she was unanimously the Rookie of the Year. I disagree. That's my opinion. I'm standing on it. Y'all know I stand on my business. I'm not going to switch.
And back
I'm
it
not
up
trying
with
to
facts.
convince y'all to. I'm not trying to convince y'all to switch y'all's opinion. That's the one thing you got to understand. I'm not trying to convince you to switch your opinion. These are your opinions. These are things that you talk about. These are things that you present to your subscribers and to all your supporters.
Hey, B Will,
That's all I'm saying.
To be factual with you, B Will, in 2024 WNBA season, Rudy was right. Rickea Jackson had the field goal percentage of 45.6. This made her the third highest field goal percentage in the entire league. Being that she did not have the playing minutes, Rickea Jackson's explanation was that the playing time did not match the points that were scored, meaning she was more efficient than any rookie that has played in 2024. There you go, B Will.
So why
that's why she was in the conversation, bro, Claude.
No, but bro, Claude, does Rickea play? Is Rickea Jackson a good defender?
Oh, now y'all want to use a defender.
Now y'all want to talk about
y'all want to use
no.
He asked me. He asked me. Hold on. He asked me.
Stop. Before y'all go there. Stop it.
He asked me. Hold on a second.
Don't treat Rudy. We get on each other. See that, Rudy? So start laughing, Rudy.
Hey, bro, Claude, and Lakeisha, in case don't act like this is the first time y'all heard defense being important to me. I ain't saying
We're
that.
not saying you.
Saying that.
No,
I'm saying
you.
I'm saying just to back up my point.
If one rookie, hear me well, be well. If one rookie has defensive issues and another one has defensive issues, but that other said rookie is more efficient than the other rookie, why would she be in the conversation?
Take the name off of it. Go ahead. That's why she my sister. Hold on a second. Hold on,
Hold
on.
They're 8 and 32.
Hold on a second.
March was 8 and 32. That's why.
Thank you, Rudy. They were 8 and 32.
They were 8 and 32.
Okay.
Watch this. Individual award, right?
If you take the head off the body, if you take the name off the player, be will. If you take the name and the player hand off of it, and you don't know, and you have those numbers there, be will, that player who has a better percentage is Rookie of the Year. Be will.
Hey, bro,
yelling caught up in them names, man.
Yelling it doesn't make it true.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Yelling it doesn't make it true.
It doesn't have a name.
Listen. Hold on, bro, Claude. Let me finish. Because I'm going to speak to what you just said. The minutes that she played impacted her points, right? So the minutes that she played impacted her position as a rookie, potential position as a Rookie of the Year. And then I'm going to say another thing. How did Rickea's play impact her team? Right, y'all. I know it's an individual award, but impact on the team and impact on winning makes a difference. We all know that.
Does it make a difference when Russell Westbrook got MVP? Did it make a difference when Allen Iverson got MVP?
All I'm saying is she still. I just was coming. I was coming back.
The rookie with the biggest impact on her team.
But what I was saying was
also said she shouldn't have got one vote.
That's all I'm saying. All
of them.
All I said, B Will,
she should have got one vote.
She was the best player on her team.
Listen, all I was saying, be will. All I was saying was she was not allowed playing time to really get the best out of her, but she still was able to be efficient the way that she was. That's all I was saying. I said nothing. I said she also can have a right of being in the conversation. Now, is she rookie of the year? Caitlin Clark is the rookie of the year. We can't take none of that back. Caitlin Clark, I stand on facts. Caitlin Clark is the rookie of the year.
That's not the point that I was making, bro.
Yeah,
the point was the unanimous
yeah,
rookie
no,
of the
she's
year.
not in the
That's all I was asking. I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not saying that she shouldn't have been rookie of the year. The unanimous thing, that's what threw me for a loop, man.
Yeah, man.
And then too, K-Sap,
I agree.
And to your point, K-Sap, he just had a whole argument, Rudy, just had a whole argument for why Juju shouldn't be unanimous. But now when we bring it to Caitlin Clark, that our whole argument goes away.
Not at all. If you had 3 players that had 19, 8, and 6, and one shot 41 and one shot 46, I tell you the one that shot 46 should be the rookie.
I got a
of the
key.
year.
Let me get this
You
straight.
go right ahead.
So Caitlin Clark could be unanimous, and her team was 20-20.
Yeah, they were 13 and 27 the year before.
Right.
Remember that part.
And she went through a time where she was very inefficient, correct? But Juju team like 29-2 or whatever it is, and she went through a period of being inefficient, and she won more games, but she can't be unanimous.
Are you really comparing college basketball games to WNBA games now?
Don't move the goalposts, Rudy.
Unanimous.
You're doing all right. Don't move the goalposts, Rudy.
I'm not moving any goalposts. You just compared a college record.
No, we're comparing who you said can be a unanimous.
Who I said there are more in the WNBA. There was no real second place. It was Angel Reese. She's second place. If they did first, second, and third place votes, Angel Reese should have gotten every second place vote. That's my opinion.
She shouldn't have got no first place vote.
None. And Hannah Hidalgo has just as good numbers as Juju Watkins, if not better, and beat her head to head on top of that in LA, no less. And there's other players who actually have better numbers and have impacted winning just the same. So I just
think won more games than Hannah's team.
And Hannah Hidalgo is on a better.
I thought you said that mattered.
Is on a better team with
you think Notre Dame's better than USC? You think Notre Dame's better?
They're better than USC.
Not a chance.
They're better than USC.
No way.
They have 3.
They beat them. Rudy, they beat USC.
I'm talking about talent. Talent for talent. Go look at the talent at USC.
They have 4 players that's going to the WNBA.
Yes,
right now.
Betty Westbelt.
And USC, if you tell me they probably got 5 on their starting, everyone their starting line would be in the WNBA. Their whole starting line.
TiVo is not getting.
TiVo watching the game.
Kiki Ariath is going to be the 3rd pick in the draft next year.
Yeah, Juju. That's all they got.
Okay.
It's going to the W.
You don't think Kennedy Smith is? Isn't that her name? The guard.
She a
freshman, right? She's a freshman, right? She's a top shelf freshman, right?
Notre Dame has the better team, has a worse record, and
they beat them in LA.
They still got the better team.
I agree, Coach.
I disagree with you. I think that USC has more talent than Notre Dame, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
That's moving the goalposts, Rudy. That's moving the goalposts. Rudy, let me tell you why that's moving the goalposts. Because raw talent does not mean they have a better team. Notre Dame has a better team.
You think so? Okay.
I do.
We disagree.
That's fine.
Hey, hold on one second, man. Hey, I see people. Hold on, guys. I see people that's trying to come up on the panel, man. The panel's full right now. We got 6 people up here. We got 3 off on the side, man. Yeah. So, y'all gotta be patient, man, before I can let everybody else up, man. We only got 6 on the panel, man. We can't have a congested panel where we over talking. We got 6 where we can manage it better. So we already got 6 people on the panel. So when somebody steps down, then somebody else can come up.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and step down.
Play against Notre Dame. He was.
Was that you, El?
She was hurt.
Yeah, I was saying I'll go ahead and step down so you can bring somebody else up.
All right, I appreciate you, El.
No problem. Thanks.
Hey guys, and also, man, we got 1,347 people in here listening and watching the live, man. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video, man. That's all I ask.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe.
Hit the like and
Especially you
subscribe.
ex people.
Yeah.
Over here getting free content. I see you.
They lurking in the back pews, man. They sitting in the back of the church, man, trying to get a sermon. Yeah. All right, go. All right, now who was talking? Go ahead, B. Will. I'm sorry.
None of y'all people want to subscribe to my page, man. I've been taking 2 hours and 15 minutes of.
Oh, they'll go over there.
Oh, they'll go over there, Rudy. They're gonna come over there.
Not with all the
slaughter you.
They'll go over there.
I can't even get them to subscribe to my page, so don't feel bad. we vibing.
Hey, listen, before we go further, would y'all please hit the like button, y'all.
Yeah,
hit the like button, please, and subscribe. It's real easy. We giving you good content. This man then came from his side of the court and came over here
and got beat on the head, and he's taking the person.
Hit in the head like a chicken wing, you know. But he came over here, man, 10 toes down. And y'all like and subscribe, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Y'all
I appreciate that. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the WNBA needs to change this ridiculous rule of 22 for the WNBA draft?
I do.
Yes.
I think they need to, but I understand why they won't. And I understand, and my reasoning for why I think they won't change it is because the WNBA is just not big enough. The NBA has like 32 teams plus a G League, and they also have 14 roster spots on those 32 teams. A lot of these girls in college have the talent to make teams, but the WNBA just don't have enough teams for them to make. So the best way to ensure that these girls, will have a future outside of basketball is if they push them through 4 years of college. So I get why they don't
That's
do
a fact, B.
But
I'm glad you said that because I was actually gonna
them facts. That's facts. Yeah.
In the next couple of years.
In about 3 years, they'll be able to start to take it down because they just
Rudy, they said type your channel.
Yep.
Oh, you got it.
I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that.
For everybody information, Cleveland has been approved as of Sunday to have a team. So Cleveland was approved by the committee to start up their team in 2026.
Good stuff.
I just saw that, bro, Claude. That's cool.
I asked
more teams.
I know.
I mean,
I'm on it.
I asked the question. I mean, I asked the question because I think the rules are outrageous. It's outrageous as the one in the NBA making these guys go to college for a year. I know why they did it because these NBA teams kept drafting guys on potential who ended up being completely terrible. But the WNBA is void of talent overall. They just expanded by a team. They're expanded by 3 more teams. So they're going to need another at least 36 players. And I mean, y'all can disagree with me if you want, but would you call some of these
that may change next year?
It should change immediately.
That may change.
It may change because the new CBA is coming up. So
they should change it. I would change it right now because you know what that draft would look like. See, this is part of. There's a lack.
Now going to 13, Rudy. So you know.
There's a lack of competence in management of this league, in my opinion. That you don't. I would change it now. Fuck the CBA. I'm letting these girls come if they want. If they don't want, that's their choice. But they're going to have the option to make that decision, say, come now, because the WNBA is sparking hot. And
you can't change it now, though. You can't change it now, though. I understand where you're coming from. You can't change it now, though, because there is a current CBA.
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
so that very thing is a tenet of the current CBA. So the earliest they can change it is in 2026 when they negotiate a new CBA.
The CBA that they have right now is non-amended. They made sure when they did the last CBA, because the CBA before that they had was able to be amended because when Dana Taurasi set out that year, they amended that in particular CBA. That's facts, y'all. I just gave y'all something. Go look up. Anyway, hold on a second. So the CBA that we currently on is a non-amended CBA, meaning that they cannot change any of it and it has to run its course, which it is right now. That's why you have so many people gonna be up for grabs next year.
But here's the thing. There's not enough spots, and let's keep it a buck. Some of these girls
make more money in college.
That's exactly what I was about to say. B, you want somebody to come from college to make $80,000 a year when they can make $500,000 and play in college?
Well, the players I'm talking about are ones that would get all these endorsements. I mean, I'm not talking about some scrub.
So
I'm
talking about. I mean,
Juju Watkins.
Percentage.
Juju Watkins would make $3 to $5 million walking out the door. Like,
but see, that's the problem. That's the problem.
You would make
like,
that right now.
You thinking about the players who can come over and survive in the WNBA if they were able to come out early. Think about the women who want to come over but may not survive through training camp. There's nothing else for them to do. That's the reason why these colleges pushes them to go through school for 4 years, because most of them make more money by going to be an accountant than they would make by being in that training camp and not making it into the league.
Yeah, that $60,000 is crazy work, B.
No, I'm not disagreeing. But that's why it's called making adult. You make an adult decision. That's your decision to make. I'm just saying you have the ability to make that decision, not be strangled by a ridiculous CBA that basically says you can't leave, you're stuck. That's all. It's the same way I think the one with making college players go play for a year, or leave you out of school for a year, which is utterly ridiculous. If they're going to make that decision and potentially ruin their lives, and if they can't make it, that's on them. They're taking a chance on themselves. And I just think the WNBA in 2 years will be completely void of talent with 16 teams. There's going to be teams that are so thin that you're not going to want to turn it on.
Well, the first thing the WNBA need to do is get their ownership back from the NBA. Before they make any other rules, they need to get their independency from the NBA.
I agree.
It's only three teams in the league who is completely independent from the NBA. The NBA have no say in what they do. And that's the Chicago Sky, the Seattle Storm, and Atlanta Dreams. Everybody else is under the NBA. I can't even think of the man's name right now, but they own the W. That's the first thing the W need to do, because right now the NBA not looking good, and the W growing. So all they're gonna keep doing is they're gonna grab the NBA back until the WNBA back until they can get back in a position where they back on top.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been trying to tell people that, and people don't
want
to listen.
Mo? Oh,
what's good?
Mo3, what up, baby?
What's good?
Hold on,
my man, I missed you.
Hold on 1 second, man. Hey, hold on for 1 second. Hey, shout out to Sharice De Jesus for the $5 super chat. She said, yes, cheers to the land. Good stuff coming.
Here comes the money.
All right, go ahead, Mo3.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, just because I don't be on the panels, you know how I be sometimes, but I'm always watching you guys and liking, and I comment when I can. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been trying to get people to realize that people are putting too much stock in this CBA, this new CBA thing, and this new media rights deal, and too much confidence on too much power in Kathy Engelberg. Like, it's all the NBA. Nothing is happening in the WNBA that the NBA doesn't allow, including the media rights that they didn't make. The WNBA didn't make a new deal. The NBA made a new deal, and then they decided, you know what? Out of this deal that we made, here is some scraps. WNBA, the money that they're getting, that 2 point whatever billion, the NBA is giving that to them.
They ain't on the positive side yet either.
They didn't go. They wasn't in there negotiating with ESPN and the rest of them. They wasn't there doing that. The NBA was there negotiating. The NBA signed that deal, and then the NBA decided, you know what? Yeah, man, y'all. Yeah, here you go. Here's some scraps. So a lot of people think like, oh, because of that deal, that things are gonna change. It's gonna be the same old status quo. because the NBA is just like B said, the NBA owns the WNBA. They're a subsidiary of the NBA, and the people and the owners, they treat it like a tax write off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, I agree with you, Mo3. That was a good breakdown of that. Sister Noble, what you got? Man, Sister Noble, you froze in the matrix again, man.
I'm having some. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Drop me down.
All right, boy. All right, hey, the link is open for somebody else that want to come
We
up.
still love you.
Yeah,
We love you, Sister Nova.
She done got caught up in the matrix 4 times.
Right.
You know what? I had to get a business internet just to do podcasts.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, man.
I just got one. I just got it today.
You can't
be running. You can't be running this stuff at the same time in your own house because every TV, every phone, every iPad. You gotta.
I agree with you on. That's one thing we agree with, Rudy. Right there. That's one thing we agree with.
Hey, you actually right, Rudy. I had to do the same thing today.
All right.
You right.
I did it like 2 months ago. I was like, thank God, because my shit was freezing up so damn. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why, hey, Rudy, I got to give you respect for that. That's one thing we agree with, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not an opinion. That's a fact. All right.
He a troll. He talking about me right there.
Tony, where you at?
Troll, Rudy. He talk about me now, Rudy. See, I told you nobody is obsolete with kids out.
Don't pay me no mind. All right, Sister Tony, what's going on? Hello.
You think the WNBA players would risk a lockout at this point? Because that's gonna happen.
Yes.
They'll risk it.
Yes.
You think they'll risk it?
Yes.
Nah, they can't.
They would risk it because K-Sap, they have the golf. They have the people now with Caitlin and Angel, and then all of these rookies that's coming in. Everybody wants to see how these girls gonna pan out. Everybody talking about this like on every channel.
Another reason why I think they would risk it is because of Unrivaled. If people want to believe it or not, Unrivaled just showed the W that we can do what we doing in 2 months and get these women half more than they contract. Nafisa Collier made $200,000 on that 101 tournament.
Damn.
That's more than her contract. That's her contract in 2 days. The Unrivaled just showed the W that we can do what y'all doing in 5 months, in 2 months. And if we don't get what we deserve, we can go back to this. And we guarantee that we get Asia Wilson and Caitlin Thompson over this time, it's gonna be even bigger.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Play with it if you want.
Hold on, Sister Tony, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm here. I was listening.
What's going? What you come on, Sister Tony, you be up in here and then you leave us and you come back.
No. Something happened and my thing went black. I don't know what the heck going on.
You need to get that fixed.
You and Sister Noble been in the matrix all night, man.
You need to get it fixed, Sister Tony.
All right. Now what you got, Sister Tony? All right.
I'm going to get off before we go out again.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tony. Coach Marcus, I see you back there. Wait till somebody drop down. I'll bring you up.
I'm gonna drop K-Sap. I'm gonna drop down. I don't know if it's gonna stop streaming to my.
Nah, you good? Nah. It's gonna be there. It's gonna stay there.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Y'all have a good
night.
Ain't
gonna stop streaming.
Appreciate you, B.
I'm stay backstage and just let it keep.
Stay in the chat.
Okay,
cool. Stay in the chat.
No, you can go along. I'm still gonna stream.
Hey B, I DM'd you.
I bet I got you.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, B.
I wanted to engage B on that comment.
All right, I'm gonna see when B drop down. Okay. All right, there you go. I got Coach Marcus in here. All right, go ahead,
Coach.
Go ahead, Sister
How y'all
Tony.
doing?
Finish your thing before you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm waiting on because every time
Go
I
ahead.
try to open my mouth and say something, somebody keeps saying something. So
Go ahead.
I just be patient.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I was agreeing with B on what she was saying, that Unrivaled has set the standard, and WNBA just has to deliver now, because these women are making money even on the weekends, going to different events and doing sponsorship and making sponsorship deals with different companies. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw Angel with Dejanay doing the Sephora commercial. It's on YouTube. So I mean, it's time for them to step up, and you can't treat them the same way like you were treating them 3, 4, 5 years ago, you know, because even these new batch of players that are coming in this year, they got more endorsement than anything else. So if the money ain't right, guess what? They're gonna go to another league or do something else or go overseas and make the money. It is what it is at the end of the day.
I agree with that. That's
and I have a beef with you, K-Sap. I sent you a text and you have not answered my text.
We on the podcast right now. We'll talk about that later.
You better stop acting like that.
Yeah, check this out, man. We got hold on once, B Will, man. We got 1,642 people in here watching the video or listening to the video, man. Please drop a like on the video, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to all these platforms, man. And look, man, let's just get it cracking, man. Look, we can agree to disagree. It's all healthy conversation, but you got to stay out your feelings, man. Rudy, I thought you live by that. Stay out them feelings, man.
I want my Twitter family. I want my Twitter family to come over here. Hold on a second, Big Rude. I want my Twitter family, man. Listen, just switch over, man, and hit the like button on everybody that's here on this panel, man, and subscribe. Y'all watching in Twitter, dog. Y'all come over, man. Don't listen. It's just a switch in your phone. Switch over and hit the like and subscribe. Listen, I'm talking to all my Twitter people. I'm looking K-Sap right now. I got 86 people in Twitter right now on from my Twitter page. Right, y'all come over here, man. Come on over here, man. Go ahead.
All right, what was you going to say, Rudy?
Let me ask you a question.
Me?
No, everybody who's on here. What is the beef that folks have with Kennedy Carter? Please tell me, because I have made videos about how I love Kennedy Carter.
Who has a beef with Kennedy Carter?
Can I take this one?
There are a lot of people that got a beef with Kennedy. I want to know why I did a lengthy hour-long video on Kennedy Carter and the narrative that's been spun on her, that she's some difficult human being, that she's this, that, and whatever. When the first fight that actually happened with a player, Courtney Williams, who had already got into a fist fight with a teammate, and Courtney Williams didn't want the smoke from Kennedy Carter, because I think we all know Kennedy Carter a little bit crazy, but I would want
Courtney Williams crazy too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I think Kennedy's a little bit more crazy. I think Kennedy Carter would probably put her in the dirt, but that's my feeling. I'm just curious because this spun narrative about how Kennedy Carter is such a bad locker room presence. I just don't get it. She's a baller.
Well, just
go ahead, Coach Marcus. We let you get it.
Yeah. With this is my opinion. With Kennedy Carter, you don't throw that talent away for nothing. So whatever, I think there's more that went down that was unseen. So you just don't do that. My experience is NFL. I'm a former NFL player, but when you look at people like Antonio Brown and Vontaze Burfict and T.O. and things of that nature, that gets to a point where the problem outpaces the talent. And do you want to deal with that? On top of that, I think it really came down to, and let me pause and preface this by saying I am a Indiana and a Caitlin Clark fan, strictly from Kelsey Mitchell first. But when that thing went down with Caitlin Clark, that didn't help the image. So I think Kennedy Carter and K-Sap will vouch for me. Chicago makes it to the playoffs if Kennedy Carter plays them last couple games. But in my opinion, as good as she is, Kennedy Carter was bad for business. And that's what it comes down to. It's still a business. And y'all been saying this for the last week or so, facts over feelings. And Kennedy Carter, whatever was going on behind the scenes, was enough for them to make that decision and say, we're going to pass on the talent because this is bad for business. That's what I think happened to Kennedy Carter. Now, I think she will. I don't know who's. I think I may have said this to you the other night, Keisha. I think Kennedy Carter may have an opportunity to get back in.
Well, she's gonna get a camp invite.
Well, I think it's gonna be because of Unrivaled. And I say that because all of them ladies that's playing in Unrivaled, you got a little bit more wear and tear.
Yeah, they dipping off.
So the probability of injury is going to be a little bit more. So I think she might get in the back door that way. But to your question, I think Kennedy was just bad for business.
All right, hold on, just 1 second. 1 second, man. Hey, shout out to Cutie Pie, man, for the $10 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said it's a great panel tonight. I agree. All right. So yeah, but what you said about Kennedy, Rudy, like Marcus said, man. I mean, the WNBA is a business, man. It's unfortunate, man. I mean, her talent, but the stuff that's already out there, and it's a narrative out there about Kennedy Carter, which I think all these GMs are looking at, is outweighing her talent. And it's unfortunate because there's no way a talented person like that should not be in the WNBA doing the things that she was doing. Because I was on record to say, if you ask me, man, Kennedy Carter, hands down, was probably the second best guard in the WNBA. She was probably the fastest guard in the NBA, getting from baseline to baseline. You know what I'm saying? Her pull-up game, you know, her midi game, getting to the basket, you know, her relentlessness. You know, even though she didn't shoot the three-point shot as much as she does now over in China, but she does have three-point capability. We saw that when they played the Aces this year, when she hit the three, sending into overtime. And, you know, Kennedy, her skills is just, she's a competitor. But like I said, like Coach Marcus said, to allude to everything he said, some of the stuff that's going on, it might not be true. It's a narrative out there, and she can't escape it. And that's my opinion on that.
I just wonder what's true, because everything that started off with her was based on a lie. And no one wants to acknowledge that. The fact is, you've seen Courtney Williams. Do you think Courtney Williams walked up to Kennedy Carter, who was frustrated in a particular game, sitting on the bench, and said, "Kennedy, would you please clap for the team?" You think Courtney Williams goes like that to people? No, Courtney Williams goes, "Get your fucking ass up!" Like you know how Courtney Williams seems to come across.
Oh yeah,
because a few months before that,
it's deeper than that, though.
Like, and then she got, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why does Courtney Williams believe and gets away with having a street fight, which if NBA players did that, they'd be suspended for half the season in a blink. And then Kennedy Carter gets thrown under the bus. And then Liz Cambridge, who is
we already know that. We
as
know
much
that.
of a lunatic as exists,
Yeah.
and she quits the team.
Yeah.
And had on, I mean, it's one of those things.
But you got to understand something, Rudy. It's got to be more It's got to be more to the Kennedy Carter saga than what we were made to believe.
I don't even care, man.
It'll all come out.
I just try to get off of this subject, y'all.
This is the third team that she's been kicked off of, man. It's a reoccurring theme.
Yeah,
listen,
Courtney Williams has too. Courtney Williams has
7 years. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, listen.
Not the only one that gets
I really want to be. I really listen.
Williams was in the past. This is the present.
I really want to. It's very, very touchy subject.
All right. Well,
for mental health, for mental health purposes, for me.
Well, let's don't go down that road.
To the next thing. Yeah. Let's just move on. For me, for mental health purposes. Just let's move on.
You move on. But the question came up. See, when the question comes up about Kennedy, we get off into all this other stuff. Coach Marcus, he said it, and he just landed the plane, and I just piggybacked off of it, and I said there's more to it than what it is. A book will come out.
I know a Netflix.
Hey, listen, I got a perfect segue then. I got a perfect segue to get us back on track to what we were talking about, because the comment was made that Unrivaled is setting the tone for the WNBA. So my question is, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts, Mo3. My question is, and Sister Tony brought this up to the panel and people who might have a better insight to the actual relationship between the WNBA and the NBA. Unrivaled has set a tone, right? They've been able to do what they do, get the players, the contracts that they've been able to get them through sponsorship. Does anybody know how much latitude or leeway the WNBA has in terms of soliciting and procuring these contracts or sponsorships from other companies? Because it could be one of those, it could be like clearly it's a brand new league. Unrivaled is a brand new league. So they had to have sponsorship and investors that put money in order to procure these players, these contracts. Right?
Yeah, but that's
how
not something that happens right off the bat. You're talking about contracts that have probably been written and signed months, maybe even years before Unrivaled. It took Brianna and Fee what 3 years to get this off the ground.
Yeah.
So ain't no telling when they got into them contracts, and they can double dip. They can double dip.
Agree. So what I'm saying is, again, so I agree to that. It didn't just happen overnight, right? Even though it looks like it did, it didn't just happen overnight. My question is, and since you brought it up, and you seem to have more knowledge or some knowledge on the subject, my question really is, how much latitude does the WNBA have to go to independently secure these contracts and secure these sponsorships? Because that's where the money has to come from. Because
but they've been getting
again,
sponsored for how
the
long?
WNBA itself is not making the money to pay their players these salaries that we all agree that they should get, right? We agree that the current salary structure, they deserve more, right? Where's the money going to come from? So that's my question.
The money's going to come from the increasing media rights and TV deals. Don't get it twisted. The money that the NFL is making, the Shield, most of that stuff comes from the TV deals. You can look it up how much money they get paid for like Super Bowl commercials and all that. That's where the money is made, not necessarily from ticket sales. It's going to be the same thing with the WNBA. The WNBA revenue is going to go up again, but they still going to be in the negative probably for about another 2-3 years before they get into the black. But because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Juju and Paige Becker's coming in, they're heading in the right direction. And that's what they're looking at. That's why they got the $2.2 billion deal over 11 years. And who's to say that it's going to last that long? They probably changed that before too long because they got too much good talent coming in. And as far as Unrivaled, the people that the companies that want to get in business with them, get in business with them. They can double dip. If you got a player, if Breanna Stewart, who just won a championship, some of them same sponsorships probably jumped in Unrivaled because she got some pull. Hey, I just won a championship. I got eyes on me now. State Farm is there. I think Juju Watkins just signed a deal with Southwest Airlines. Mm-hmm. So that'll help the WNBA because that's going, they lost $50 million because they had to get the planes this year. If they didn't get the planes, it'd have been that same old $25 million loss that they've been having for the last 15, 20 years. So it's pretty much the status quo. And going forward with all of this stuff that's going on with the W now, they got it on both sides. You got all these people that love Caitlin Clark, the basketball stuff. Angel Reese has got social media on lockdown. Ain't nobody putting out more content than she is. So they got it on both sides. So their numbers has got to go up this year. So that money's going to keep rising. Media rights, commercials, endorsements. That's where the real money is. That's where Unrivaled getting their money from. It damn sure ain't from the people on site. It's only like, 500-600 people that can fit in the gym. So it's all sponsorship. And the more eyes they get on them, the more people they get in the upcoming years, it'll keep going. It'll keep increasing.
Hey, Coach, would you also say that the more expansions that they have would also help them too?
expansion thing, you got to be careful. I think, in my opinion, I think the WNBA should not have went to Canada, especially now with all of this shit that Trump is doing. So that remains. I don't know what they're gonna do about that because that's a real issue. But you got to be careful with expansion because you got to have people to. They had, they got people injuries, and then you saw what happened with Ionescu this year, and all of that type of stuff. So there's always going to be unforeseen circumstances. So expansion is great, but you got to be careful and you got to make sure that you're ready for it. Because it
seems like they're more emphasizing on expansion because they just gave Cleveland the go ahead. They gave Toronto for next year. The Golden State Valkyries this year.
Golden State Valkyries,
and it seems like they're trying to keep more. Yeah. And it's like they're trying to keep doing more expansion, which is great for for the players coming in, but we talking in terms of revenue coming in. I don't see how, I mean, unless we have like a whole bunch of investors lined up ready to invest into all these teams. I mean, I've seen Serena Williams investing into Toronto, but how many more Serena Williams do we have out there?
I don't think it's going to be on people like Serena. I think it's going to be, it's going to be on State Farm and, whatever other company is out there. That's where all the money is made. It's the endorsements. It's not necessarily a person that's putting their money in, because if they putting their money in, they want to get that money back. They want a return on their investment. But when you're talking about companies, they get their return on investment on how many times does the public get to see my product. How many times we done seen all these State Farm commercials? How many Angel Reese Happy Meals did you buy? You know what I'm saying? That's where it is.
Yeah,
how many?
She just
I'm not in Chicago, but I know there was green money machines for Angel Reese all over town.
For Cash App. Yep.
Yeah, for Cash App. So that's how they get their return on investments, and that's why they get the endorsements and all of that. And the more endorsements they get, the more these companies see that people are spending their money on Angel Reese, on Caitlin Clark, on Juju Watkins, all of these people. More people are going to line up to do it because everybody wants their piece of the pie too. So that's where it is. They got to be marketable. Why you think there's such a push now? I saw this the other day. I noticed Paige Beckers, they starting to show all the kids lined up early in the morning to get tickets to see Paige Beckers. They did the same thing with Caitlin Clark, and they trying to build up this momentum.
That narrative again.
Yeah, they trying to build it up. Now, I mean, she at UConn. You don't really need that much help. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know how I feel about this anyways. I don't care who you are. This is all going to get played out in the tournament anyways. So it don't matter who was number one or player of the year. Everybody can get got. But it's all about getting eyes on the product. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I just wanted your opinion on it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting. I'm gonna go last because I got a lot
go
to
ahead.
say.
Go now.
No, go ahead on, Mo3.
Oh well, I got a lot to say. It's very long winded.
Go ahead.
All right.
You
get it in, bro? Get it in.
All right. First, it all go back to what Coach was saying. It's gonna all that's gonna all depend on what B was talking about before. For that to happen, the WNBA is gonna have to wrestle the ownership away from the NBA because that's the only way they're gonna be able to negotiate their own media rights deal. Right, as it is right now, they're not negotiating anything. They're not making any deals. They're not doing none of that. The NBA is the one making all the deals. The NBA is the one doing all the negotiating, and the NBA is the one that decides if they want to give the WNBA any money at all. To be real, the NBA didn't even have to give them the $2.2 billion. They just did it. They just did it because not to look bad, for people don't complain. I'll be like, oh, I know you people complaining here. Shut up. That was hush money.
Well, hold on,
That was just hush
pause.
money.
Let me pause you right there. They did that because, like I said before, the NBA been subsidizing the WNBA for years. They still want to return on their investment, and this is the best way to go at it. You think they didn't recognize what Caitlin and Angel was bringing to the table? All the eyes, they recognize that too. That's why they got that deal. They trying to help them out because they want their money back too.
They want their money back, but they treat it like a tax write-off. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't really care if they lose money at all. They treat it like a tax write-off. That's what I'm saying. If they lose, they don't care if they lose 25 or 50 million. To them, it's the same. It doesn't really matter. Now when it starts mattering to them is if the NBA, if the WNBA becomes profitable now, and then they're losing money. Now that's when they're gonna care. But they don't. If the business is a failing business, they don't care if how it's failing. It's failing. To them, a fail is just a fail. So as long as the WNBA keep failing, they don't really care one way or the other. Because if they really cared, they would have gave them more money than that. Because
we'll disagree with that, bro.
What?
I said we'll agree to disagree on that.
If they really wanted to help their WNBA, they would have given way more than 2.2. How much money did they get from the media rights deal?
2.2 billion over.
No. How much did the NBA get from that media rights deal?
76 billion dollars.
And they only gave the WNBA 2.2, right?
Correct.
So how is that helpful?
That's a hell of a lot more than 15 million.
They're still gonna be in the red for at least another 2 to 3 years.
Man, but you're talking about, it's just, look at it like this. Anybody that got kids know what I'm talking about. You can't just give your kids $1,000 because you know your kids. So it makes no sense to give somebody a shit ton of money and they're not ready to deal with it. We done had conversations about what happened because what did the WNBA do at the draft? They wasn't ready. They didn't have a media team ready. A lot of this stuff they didn't have ready because they ain't had the money to pay for it.
But that falls on the NBA. They don't want
exactly. That's my whole point.
That falls on them, Coach Marcus.
The NBA is not just subsidizing the WNBA. They own the WNBA. Only three of the teams that are not WNBA teams are not owned by the NBA. They owned by the NBA. So what?
And Mo3, you right about the tax write-off, Mo3.
I mean,
I
it's
know
your
that's
business.
what I'm trying to get them to understand.
There is no billionaire that wants to just that wants to lose money. I mean
they're not losing it. It's a tax write-off.
You think you get dollar for dollar on a tax write-off?
No.
Mo, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Mo?
Yeah.
All right. What's your solution? We know the problem. What would you suggest the WNBA do?
The solution depends on what
Sister Noble, the panel's full right now.
Want. If I want to fix the WNBA, I would give them more money. That would be my solution. But they don't seem to want to fix it. So their solution is here is some hush money.
Giving them more money doesn't.
How does giving them more money going to solve the problem?
It's not just giving them more money. Is giving them other things too, which money costs. So okay, obviously it's gonna fall onto money because everything costs money. Anything that any help that you give them is gonna cost. So yes, give them more money, or not really. It's not really give them more money. It's give yourself more money because they basically own the WNBA bar 3 teams.
So how much money do
10
you think
out of the
that
13 teams are owned by the by the NBA? So it's not helping them out; it's helping themselves out.
Yeah, but by your own point,
that's like cutting off your nose to spite your face.
The NBA makes enough money where they don't need a write-off.
How much money do you think that they should get? That's what I'm asking you. Because you said that
I don't
you
know.
said what they got before wasn't
they would have
enough.
to sit
So
down and see how much
should they
things
give
cost.
them?
I don't know how much everything costs, but they would have to sit down to see what things cost. Like, okay, this or we're gonna add this facility, we're gonna add this program, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna hire this person. How much is this gonna cost? That's up to them to figure out how much things cost. It's like when I go grocery shopping. I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna spend in the grocery store. I gotta go there and see what things cost.
I don't know how you do shopping because I make sure I do my budget before I go.
Let me say this: the NBA makes more than enough money to overcome any write-off they get from the WNBA. They make plenty of money.
So answer me this, Coach. Then why are they continuing to have the league? Then, if that's the case,
so they can have a WNBA because
that's my whole point. They don't want to fix it.
No,
if they're not getting nothing from it, why
let me
do
answer
it?
the question. They don't want, because I believe, in my opinion, they do have some people, Adam Silver, and they don't want to see the WNBA go under. They don't want to see that. But they are just now, within the last 2 to 3 years, in a position where they could possibly be profitable. They're just getting to that point. So, to your point, they've been helping out and keeping their head above water all of this time. Yes, it's been a tax write-off, but again, they don't need that money. Not even close. So they try to get them to a point. Y'all remember that conversation with Lisa Leslie was like, y'all need to donate some of y'all salary instead of, it's not gonna never work like that. But they are just now getting to the point where they have the outlook to be profitable. No, they're not there yet, but they're gonna get there because of the people they got in the league right now. They didn't have it back then. As good as Asia Wilson wasn't making people watch.
So
and
if that's the case, why don't they give more money now that they see they have Caitlin Clark? So why wouldn't they give more money now?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the 2.2 billion was. That you couldn't even get that before. It's all got to work together. Because the bottom line is this: 5 years ago, were you watching WNBA games? I wasn't. That's what it comes down to.
Just because you wasn't don't mean others weren't.
Watching, so
no,
I was
that's
watching
not my
the
point.
Aces.
My point is this: if there was enough people, the problem has always been they started out good. When the WNBA first started, their attendance was good. Ratings was good. You had a lot less distractions because social media didn't exist and all of that kind of stuff. We know that. But over the years, they've been going up and down, but with a steady decline. And just until recently, when Asia Wilson got into the league, things started looking up just a little bit. Las Vegas sells all of their season tickets for the first time anywhere. It starts looking up. Then Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese hit. Starts looking up anymore. Now you got all these eyes on you that never existed before since its inception. So now you got a legitimate opportunity to make a hell of a lot more money. Because back then, Cheryl Swoops was good. Candace Parker was good. All of the people that they say was holding it down and creating this league, as good as they were, they still weren't putting enough butts in seats. Now they are.
I agree with that, except for the part that the attendance was good.
No.
The WNBA attendance was never good.
First started.
No. If that was the case, why did the 4-time defending champion team fold it?
No.
What happened to the Miami Soul? What happened to the Detroit Shock?
You want to know what happened to the Miami Soul? I live here. The Miami Soul. The Miami Soul. I can tell you what happened to the Miami Soul. They were selling tickets for $5, and there were 400 people there.
Exactly. That's right. You just proving my point.
400. But in Houston, they were putting in the beginning, they were putting 15,000 in the seats every game for 4 or 5 years, and then there was some shifts that happened, and they went downward. But the Miami Soul, I can tell you for sure, they couldn't draw flies to shit in Miami. It was atrocious. They were curtaining off the whole thing.
Same thing with the Orlando team they had.
But look at right now in
They
Minnesota.
don't even come to the Heat. Miami is a party city.
And I'm a Heat season ticket holder. It's been to one game this year. So
y'all.
look at the Minnesota Lynx right now. if you go all the way to the West or the conference finals or whatever that was, the semifinals for WNBA, whatever they call it, they had the upper deck curtained off. It was curtained off. You could get into that building for $20 in the playoffs in Minnesota.
My point is,
people still aren't going in a lot of places. People still aren't going. These buildings are still in many places half empty. So, I mean, you take it for what it is. That's why I think.
I mean, I see that in
they're
the
still not
NBA.
good,
So
but
that
they're better now.
So let me ask you a question. What is Unrivaled doing that is that they can get all the sponsorship?
That was my second part. I think the Unrivaled WNBA comparison is how should I put this? It's just not a good comparison, because Unrivaled is not like the WNBA. It's stationary. It's in one city. It's only it's in the WNBA is 144 players, right? Not including the extra 12 that's going to be added next year from the Valkyrie, which would make it 156, right? Compared to 36, not including the relief players, which they got around 10 relief players. So let's just say 46. So there's over 110. There's like 110 more players in the WNBA compared to Unrivaled. So them being able to pay those players the amount of money that they're playing, and really only the first 36 get that money. The relief players are not getting the same amount of money that the original 36 is getting. They're getting relief player money. So just 36 players that they're paying this high amount of money, compared to the 150 something players they would have to pay that money to in the WNBA, is not really a comparison. And it's easier to get something done when you're in one spot, because when you're going from city to city and state to state, things are different.
Yeah, they streamlined it.
I might pay $1 for a loaf of bread here, and then another state over, Georgia, they got to pay $2, or they might pay 50 cents. You never the logistics of what things cost is different. Is vastly different. So it's more like has to be managed on a team by team basis. You know what I'm saying? You can't just group the whole NBA into one and be like, okay, yeah, the WNBA got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the logistics of it. And Unrivaled is doing that because they are able to do it because of
the sponsorships and the TV deal.
When they pick Miami for a reason. Because
I think that's what
I live
trying to ask.
I live in Florida, and in Florida,
she was trying to ask, how was that league able to get those sponsorships? Whereas
because
it's
more concentrated. It's a concentrated and a designated place.
In the state of Florida, there's no state tax.
Yes.
So companies are more willing to invest money here because they'll get back a bigger chunk.
All right. Hey, hey, look, check this out, man. Everybody, look, check this out. Man, we 3 hours in, man. And I ain't trying to go no longer.
Come on, man. You went to 5 a.m. the other day. Stop playing with me,
it's not one of these nights, man. Not one of these nights. Y'all turn this into a barn burner. You know what I'm saying? This should have been short and sweet. But you know what I'm saying? We just got to talking, man. But look, I want to tell everybody.
They love it.
Yeah, they love it, man. They still here. Man, we got over 1,727 people in here listening or watching. So y'all can at least drop a like on the video, subscribe to all these platforms, man. Look, man, it is what it is. If you don't like us, still subscribe. If you don't like a certain person, still subscribe, man. If y'all don't like
the most lovable one.
Look, if you don't, hey, look, check it out. I gotta look. Regardless of how shit started off with Rudy, how he thought people was coming at him and all that shit. If you don't like him, still go subscribe. Shit. Look, go over there, listen to Rudy's rants and shit. And I'll be waiting for you to drop another video off of this video so I can, see what you're talking about, because I know it's coming. But,
hey, Rudy.
But
hey,
don't
Rudy,
look,
I'm
Rudy.
A5A, bro. You got players tonight, bro.
Look, Rudy. When you do a video like,
I pledged 28 years ago.
Hold on, check this out.
Spring '89. I'm
hold up, Rudy. When you do your next video on that first recording, don't fuck up. Because if you fuck up, I got you. And I used your own sound bite and your own recording to cook your own self. But I got to go back and look in the comments to see if you corrected it.
I even pinned it.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Hey, like I said, man, if you're going to shoot, don't miss. Because ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
You know what I'm saying?
So the rabbit got the gun tonight, goddamn it.
Look, it was all cute.
I got one comment on Unrivaled to the WNBA. You can't compare them.
Okay, now look, check this out.
No.
Rudy, check this out. It was all cute when you was talking about give me the F, give me the A.
Come on, that's Family Matters. You knew that.
I know that, but I'm just saying it was a cute. And you said this is the build up. and then in your build up, you slow cooked yourself. So if you made the correction in the comment, I gotta see it. But I didn't see it. I just went off of what you were saying on the video.
Hey, Rudy, could you put your channel link in the chat so that
it's Come On Now podcast.
Come on.
So Rudy, I'm just gonna tell you, you start dropping that link, it might get crazy. You see some of us pop up there.
I welcome everybody.
I'm gonna troll you, Rudy. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna troll you. Case that might be a troll.
You drop that link, and if we coming over there full throttle, man.
Come on.
Drop that link, man. Drop that link.
I did. I posted the name multiple times. I don't know why.
Nah. We couldn't do it. We had to get this one done right. I had to get this one done.
The www.
We had to get this one done.
Let me tell you how I root. You know I didn't come up last night, Rudy. Is because I do well. No, you wouldn't have came up either because I would have communicated with you. Okay. So me, Keisha, WBB Universe, Sister Noble, and those that have podcasts in this community are extensions of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man K-Sap. And if he say don't move, don't move. Now, everybody in this community understands that K-Sap organized with the help of us and others. Also Brooklyn the 80s baby. With us.
Where Brooklyn at?
Yeah, he in the chat trolling.
He in the chat trolling.
Yeah. So what he did. So when I did not come up, when Sister Noble did not come up, I had K-Sap already knew that you was live. And then he was over there looking and listening too. But he just so smooth. He don't do it. And he was like, look, bro, Claude, we not gonna move. We gonna hear him out. We gotta let him express himself. Let him express himself. Let him get it all out. And then we don't pay attention to the chat. Because the chat, what he didn't know is that I was
crazy last night.
What I was paying attention to, I was like, Papa, coach, Mees can take it, but Mees can't take it no more. So I was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So Rudy, you got some shots in your ass that, you know what I'm saying, might have not been intended, but you got them shots in your ass because the chat was pissing my ass off. So I'll say this. I'm up for all intelligent conversations. I'm up for debate. I'm also a person that believes your opinion is your opinion. I can't change your goddamn opinion. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do over here? You gonna respect my motherfucking carpet. And if you drag shit on my carpet, when you knew you were supposed to take your shoes off,
you're a philosopher, man.
I'm a snap, crackle, and pop. That's every one of my children's friends. No, don't, Mr. Lanier, take them shoes off. Because he gonna go nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
All you bitches. Yes. So I just said this to say, y'all, I appreciate everybody that was in the chat.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of our Twitter people. Listen, Twitter X people, thank you for my ex family coming over. Let's get our people that only need 500 subscriptions. Let's get B over the hump. Let's get Brooklyn the 80s, baby, over the hump. Let's get Sister Noble over the hump. They only got a little bit more to go. 100. Come on, man. Let's get them over the hump. So that's it.
Yeah, but with all that said though, man, all respect, man. I'm Rudy from the Come On Now podcast, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Like I said, we ain't got to see eye to eye, man. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to change your opinion, like I said, and like Bro Claw said. This was good, healthy dialogue, man. Good, healthy conversation. I mean, sometimes, when you go down that alley, man, and you got a hat on, you might come out with no hat. So, sometimes, when you walk, man, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Because, hey, I could be coming one way. Claude could be coming the other way. Keisha be coming the other way. Key could be coming the other way. You can't just be a robot. You got to have some kind of movement. But I appreciate you coming over, man. I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Is there any final thoughts that you want to say, man, before you get up out of here?
Hey, to the lovely chat, y'all got your opinions, man. I read chats, man. I read them because I respond to chats.
I read them too, and I respond to them too, but I don't let them. I don't get in my feelings.
It's you'd be
Good.
surprised. I literally have a thing called Rudy's Rant because I actually enjoy ranting.
Right. Okay.
I actually enjoy it.
Okay.
So
all right.
We call it crash out over here.
Yeah.
We
crash
crash out.
Yeah, we crash out over here, Rudy.
See this one particular person walk it like I talk it.
But you got to understand something, Rudy, man. When you come over here, man, and the pot is starting to thicken.
And Nadia Price, they keep
Lord.
They're cute.
Yeah, and
They're
then
so
look,
cute. And I guarantee you, they would never come on my podcast.
See, but they'll come over there. You got to
come
make
on.
them. You got to
You're
make
welcome. Welcome aboard.
But
come
see, the thing about it is, Rudy, see,
and I'm
over
a clown,
here,
Andre. I love you too.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, Rudy, over here, man, when you get yourself so far in deep, man, we got a little segment over here. It's called the trick bag. And when you get in the trick bag and you can't find your way out, man, don't blame the chat.
Don't get mad if I put you in there.
Yeah, you got to stay focused, man. Everybody come over here and get put in the trick bag.
Hey,
it always be the nice one. They be like, "Oh,
Rudy, you ain't
a
the
bad
one,
man. You a bad man, K-Sap. You a bad man.
Hold on, let me get this.
Uncle J.E. I had someone who was Juju Watkins all night for an hour and a half. Come on over. You got it.
Yeah, that's all. Hold up, check this out. Let me get to this super chat real quick.
Oh yeah, super chat.
Let me get to this, man. Hey, I appreciate College B-Ball Forever. For the $5 super chat. Said once everyone spreads positivity and not hate and lies, will be okay. Okay, Rudy, laugh out loud. And another thing, Rudy, you got to understand something, man. Hold on, go ahead.
Are you gonna get a whole opportunity to get the last thoughts?
We ain't getting nothing.
What?
Yeah, everybody gonna get the last thoughts. Hold on.
My bad.
You'll get it. But another thing,
cool,
Rudy,
cool.
What we do over here, and Coach Marcus, you probably seen this before because I stole this from you. This is what we be doing over here. We be twerking.
We do.
We be twerking.
Twerking. That's what I'm saying.
We twerk all the time.
Yeah, we twerk. Ain't nothing wrong with it, Rudy. We twerk.
But hey, Coach, get him, Coach.
Give your final thoughts, Rudy, man, before you get up out of here. What you got?
I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, so this guy walking like I talk it. I'm still a Caitlin Clark fan. Just because I recognize that I think Angel Reese has made improvements doesn't change what I said in the past, what I believe. If you don't like the titles, I don't give a fuck. I don't give two fucks if you don't like the titles of my videos. I don't care if you don't like my videos. Doesn't mean shit to me. I am a Caitlin Clark fan. I actually know basketball, and I will give players credit because I didn't like Chelsea Gray. The last 7 years, I'm like, holy shit, who the hell is that? That's a ball player right there. Because I wasn't conditioned to watching her. I mean, the way she filled it up from the mid range, and she's balling. I recognize what it is. If Angel Reese plays great, I'm gonna say it. If she plays like shit, I'm gonna say it. I said it when Caitlin Clark played like shit.
Nah, we don't need you to say it. We don't need you to say it, Rudy.
People were unsubscribing then too mid-season.
Nah,
I don't give a fuck.
We don't need you to say it, Rudy, man. Stick to your guns, man.
This is my fun time.
Yeah, stick to your guns.
Full-time job. Shit.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, hopefully, listen, we all trying to make this our full-time job. Rudy.
I mean, I agree.
So shut your ass up.
I'm just saying, if people want to unsubscribe when I say something negative about Caitlin Clark, so fucking be it. And if people don't like me saying something negative about Angel Reese and her game, so be it. It is what it is.
I like opposites. Hey, Rudy, I like
stick
opposites.
to your guns, though,
Let's keep it basketball. That's all I
do. I think it makes a great show.
Yeah.
I like opposites.
Me too.
I don't like everybody to be the same as me.
Yeah.
I know you like it when I cook you, huh, bro, Claude?
Yeah.
Oh, baby girl, you could never put them cakes on my plate.
You slow cooked over here too, Rudy. They be going against each other.
That truck down.
All right, hold on one. Hey, B Will, you wanted your final thoughts. What you got, man? B Will.
Y'all, hey, look, man, y'all wilding out. My final thoughts is, listen, man, being in this space, in this community is great. Because we always say like, share, and subscribe. I subscribe. I ain't got nobody in my personal life, in my physical proximity, or even internet proximity that cares about this subject like this community that I found. And so I appreciate, I'm gonna tell y'all, I started out with Showtime. So Showtime to KSAP, then Zoe, then Keisha and Bro Claude, and we keeping in this thing for maybe a month and a half, and she already blowing up. B coming on same strong. So I appreciate the community, and I want to say on record, I appreciate Rudy for coming up here and standing on business, standing 10 toes down on what he believes. I think this community needs more interaction from people like Rudy to give a different perspective, and we gotta stop automatically because there's a different perspective because he happens to be a Caitlin Clark fan. We gotta stop, trying to put people in trick bags and
sometimes you get put in the trick bag, man. That's all it is, man.
Sometimes you don't get put in the trick bag. Sometimes
and it is all fun,
with your
right?
eyes wide open.
It is all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah, it's all fun. But hey, look, I do appreciate that, Big Will. Appreciate all the compliments.
Hold on a second. Look, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, appreciate all y'all. Appreciate Rudy for coming on, standing 10 toes down. Hopefully, Rudy comes back, and hopefully more of us go to Rudy's page and gives him a different perspective.
Facts.
And make him stand on business. That's it.
No, we will.
We're going to bring the bag over there, too.
Yep. Sometimes you got to get in that bag. Ain't
and look,
wrong with
and
that
Rudy,
bag.
this is what you need to do. You need to get your boy Ben Daniel. Get him over there with you. You need to get Bitch Be Frank over there with you.
I don't.
You need to get Adrian Ross over there with you.
I don't have a relationship with them like that. I know Ben.
I don't know what kind of panel they're gonna be, K-Sap.
I don't think they go together. Because I think Rudy is reasonable.
It'll be star-studded.
Yeah, Rudy different. Rudy different from them.
Yeah, Rudy different. He's too reasonable. Like
But look,
they would,
it'll be
those people would
star-studded.
never be caught dead making the type of
them over
video
here,
he just made
Chris,
about
bring
Angel
them over
Reese.
here.
Hey, if you got any kind, hey, bitch, be Frank ain't pulling up over here. Y'all know that. I didn't put the goons out on him and said, look, tell him that we wide open over here, and we need him over here.
Bring him
Those three.
Hold
Those
on, just
three
1
people
second.
living.
Hold up. Shout out to L for the $20
Hey,
super
K,
chat.
I see you, KL Jones Media.
Hold up. It said it's bigger than who he's a fan of. I don't care who he likes. It's his disrespect discourse, how he handled the women on the panel tonight, and how he talks about black women. I ain't cosplaying for nobody.
Out of here. Please. Whatever.
But
all right, whatever you think, lady. Go with yourself. Go with yourself. I didn't call not one woman in here out of her name. I didn't disrespect one woman on here.
You didn't say that. I get what you coming from.
Disrespect anybody. If she wants to make,
come on, look, we moving on from that.
We move on from that.
Moving on from that.
No, wait, no. Her opinion is a lie, though. She's saying I disrespected the women on the panel.
Come on,
she just said that. That's
all
the script.
All right,
let's let it go.
Anyhow, it's 1:20 in the morning. I gotta go. It's my bedtime. I gotta go to sleep.
Like, agree to disagree.
Don't be like that, Rudy.
Rudy, don't be like that. Get out them feelings, man. Don't run now.
It's 1:15 in the morning, boss. I've been here
Rudy,
for 3
I
hours.
like you.
Hey, we be in here to 5 o'clock in the morning, Rudy. Come on now.
Rudy, I like you.
Well, that's you.
Come on, Rudy.
My final thoughts.
You know, I like
nah, y'all's
Rudy
final thoughts are too long, man. We got
y'all. I didn't get. I just wanted to say.
Go ahead, Mo 3, and then we got to get up. I
just wanted to give Rudy his props for coming up here, and just to let him know that I didn't totally disagree with everything he said. I was even in the chat. I was agreeing. I guess nobody saw it. That what your take on the Juju thing? I think that anonymous thing was a little ridiculous. That unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's about it. That's the only thing I'm with you on, though.
All right.
Thank you for that.
I want to say my last words. Can I say my last words?
Go ahead, Tom.
In case I start
Tony
looking
gonna keep us there forever.
Hurry up.
Hey, Rudy, I like
2 o'clock in the morning.
Right? Yeah, it's okay.
I'm dropping down. So
we'll be out here later.
All right, appreciate you,
we cool, man. We cool, man. You and me cool. The only shit I have a problem with you is you're talking about women, how they dress, and to me that's kind of like weird, real weird. But besides that, you stand on what the f you believe in, and I gotta be. I'm cool with that. And plus, you got the Cuban blood too. My family.
Shut up, Sister Tony.
Hey, my family from Cuba, so don't tell me to shut up when you up here preaching all night.
You just up here preaching like you up here just wanted to stop with me.
Don't stop with me.
We ain't gonna go back and forth. We gonna go to my page, and then we gonna have we gonna have it out.
See, there you go, case out.
That's what I'm saying. All right, man. But look, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat.
Wait, K-Sap, I had a final thought.
Go ahead, man.
No, I don't. I'm just messing with you.
K-Sap, man, get with me, man, so I can get.
All right, we got to get.
All right, Coach. All right, Rudy. All right, listen, everybody. I appreciate you. I thank you. I just appreciate everybody.
Hey, shout out to the $5 super chat from B Will. Great show, folks. Appreciate that.
And last thing, L said what she said.
She did say what she said.
Rudy, I'll check you out, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keisha, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Coach.
I'm trying to support everybody. K-Top, get with me. We're gonna talk about the Vikings in the upcoming draft, bro.
Yeah, we got it, man. We got to get together, man. We'll do it.
All right, bro. Y'all be
man,
good.
I appreciate everybody in the panel, man. It was wild, man. I mean, like sometimes, man, you just you can't win for losing, man.
Yo, this was a family reunion, and folks started playing spades.
Yeah,
that's what that was tonight.
And then they bust out the dominoes, man. And,
oh my God!
Somebody
pulled out a gun.
Yep.
Super sticker on there. Super sticker.
Just remember, man, when you shoot, don't miss.
Super sticker.
I know that's right, because you shoot
I'll
at
check
me
y'all
one
out
time.
later.
you
All right,
gonna
man. I
get got.
appreciate y'all, man.
All right,
Super
Rudy.
sticker.
Appreciate you, Rudy.
He will trying to keep us on. We
Yeah,
gotta
he
go to
ain't
bed. He will.
Appreciate you, Victoria Teller, for the $3 super chat, man. Yeah,
Trying to suck
everybody,
your
man.
money.
I appreciate that, man. Let me go and end the stream real quick. Y'all stay there for a second. I'm in the stream.
Okay, I will.